intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another glorious morning edition with the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we are here to talk the middleweight division. Jermall Charlo getting an opportunity according to the experts. But where does this leave Canelo? As two alleged Charlo, or rather Canelo potential opponents, will be facing each other now. Now, this isn't official, but they are finalizing the deal for a fall title fight between Sergiy Derevyanchenko and Jermall Charlo, where he defends his WBC strap. I think this is a fantastic fight, and for Charlo's sake, I really hope he's able to get it so that, you know, he can get kind of that fake signature win. And the reason that I say fake is because I see the media and how they're trying to, you know, perceive this fight or the angle that they're coming with. And it's like, oh, Charlo hasn't really faced anyone up until this point. Or they're saying things like, you know, he hasn't faced anyone at 160. And I just think it's a bit unfair. You know, K9 Bundridge, Austin Trout, Julian Williams, those are decent names. I wouldn't say that they're anyone or no one. Like, that didn't make sense to me. But I believe that it's a good fight for him and for fight fans, right? Like, fight fans will give him the respect. But it's funny, you know, I wonder, would other fighters get the same amount of respect that Derevyanchenko is receiving for losing, right? Because essentially he's lost multiple times, and now all of a sudden he's Charlo's biggest fight. And, you know, that slightly bothers me, you know. If anything, this should be a big fight for Derevyanchenko and a great opponent for Charlo. That's how it should be written. Not that this is, you know, Charlo's greatest fight or Charlo's biggest fight or Charlo finally gets to prove something. And it's like, damn, so we're stripping away his accomplishments at 54. You know, he's at least done that. Like, what is Derevyanchenko lost other than losing? But that is just obviously my own frustrations. The overall matchup is a good one. And, you know, shout out to Charlo if Al can solidify this for him, because obviously Derevyanchenko is a guy that is managed by Keith Conley, but he is, you know, he's done business with Al and, you know, done business with Dazn. And right now he's kind of a commodity, right? He just turned down a Canelo Alvarez fight at 168 pounds. So that has to be mentioned, that, you know, if he does go forward with the Charlo fight, you know, this would be his second Canelo fight that he turns down. He was in an eliminator with Canelo where he was offered $5.5 million And, he felt like that wasn't enough to face Canelo. He turned that down, but then he turned around and took the same amount of money for that fight from Gennady Golovkin. And I understand, obviously, Gennady Golovkin, less of a threat than the younger Canelo, and, not as big as a fight as a Canelo fight. But, nonetheless, if he goes Charlo route, I think this would be the first guy in history to turn down 2 Canelo fights, which has something has to be said about him, and I don't think it's a negative thing. I think it's a positive thing. Like, he knows his value, and he and Keith Conley continue to navigate through the boxing industry as basically freelancers and receiving big fights. We gotta say, he's fought Cool Clay, he's fought Daniel Jacobs, he's fought Gennady Golovkin, and obviously now he'll be facing, if all goes right, Jermall Charlo. So, man, Keith Conley, man, really proving to be a asset in the boxing game, being able to kind of play both sides of the fence, and that has to be said. Keith Conley is a boxing manager that, has fighters both without Dazn and even occasionally Top Rank, leaving those doors open. I love it. I love it. I love when there are no political alliances or any alliances in general, you know what I mean? And we can just get what it is that we need, and that is nothing but good fights, which Derevyanchenko and Charlo is that, I can see the argument that people can make about, this being that truth-telling fight for Charlo. Open. And I just don't understand how a loser does that. And no disrespect, but that is the word. There could only be a winner, there could only be a loser, and Derevyanchenko has lost in the fights where he stepped up. I don't think I've ever really heard anyone say he was robbed in any fight. Maybe the Gennady fight, maybe we would have to go back and rescore that one. I know that's one that, he made his bones off of. But was it a robbery? Can we say it was a blatant robbery? So I just hope when Charlo beats him, because I do believe Charlo's on another level. I think he's proven that. So I just feel like when and if Charlo beats him, I hope they give him his credit. I hope that the writers that are writing word it the way that they are wording it today. The way that they are wording it today, the way that they're basically saying that this is his step up, Charlo's, that this would be the biggest name on his resume and things like that. Like, I want to make sure that he gets the credit, because today Derevyanchenko is this killer because he got a loss with Gennady. I don't want Charlo to defeat him and then they're like, oh, well, he never really beat anybody, because that's what boxing do. That's what boxing does. But the Derevyanchenko fight isn't really done, says Jermall Charlo, and I quote, "We're looking forward to getting those big fights happening soon," said Charlo to Pug and Kopp, which is Michael Coppinger and Lance Pugmire. And I quote, "It's another fight and another game plan we got to come up with," said Charlo on his match against Derevyanchenko. "We got to execute and take care of business." Now, remember, they've been training for him, because we had Ronnie on here and he leaked that too, that they're getting ready for Derevyanchenko. And then when he realized we didn't know, he's like, oh, well, it's not finalized. And obviously it isn't, right? No one's reporting that it is, but looks like people are getting ready for each other. Obviously, somehow Derevyanchenko is right there, ranked at number 1 in the WBC, coming off of a loss to Gennady. So they're gonna do that. They're gonna take care of that fight. So the thing is, Derevyanchenko does have the Canelo offer. Until he completely commits himself, I don't know how excited we can get. But I'll quote, "You can keep working and keep winning, said Charlo in response to a question about how he deals with fans that criticize his level of competition. My fight, my wins, and the things I do, they speak for themselves. I don't really got to explain it to people. I fight for the fans that love boxing and love Jermall Charlo. And the things the Charlo twins have done in boxing, it's just a game plan that you got to come up with. Now, and I quote, the fight with Sergey isn't completely done. It's just some talks about it. And there's not much I'm saying about it. I'm willing to get in there with the best, said Jermall Charlo on the Derevyanchenko fight. So, obviously, it isn't done, but they're in negotiations. But Derevyanchenko has options. But some great options for Jermall Charlo, if he can't get Derevyanchenko, would be some common opponents with other guys. Maybe Chris Eubank Jr. is something that, PBC has been floating around there. Liam Williams is the mandatory for the WBO with Demetrius Andrade. He could give Andrade's mandatory a shot. Common opponent with Liam Smith. Beat Alantez Fox, but no big name on that resume. Masalil Solecki, again, common opponent with Rosado and Daniel Jacobs, and I believe maybe even Jack Coolclay. That seems like a makeable fight. He's a Polish guy. If that fight were to be able to make after the pandemic, it would make sense in the Prudential or in New York City to capitalize off that Polish market. But, Selecki has faced Andrade, Rosado, Coolclay, and Daniel Jacobs. Then you got, some journeymen in there. But, he's even faced a common opponent with Charlo and Hugo Centennial, which they both knocked out. So, yeah, that would be an okay name, but nothing, really sexy. Like Eubank Jr. is the biggest name on there. Maybe the Jaime Munguia fight could be a possibility of some sort of super fight or bigger fight. Maybe super fight is definitely the wrong word. Maybe a bigger fight, but is Jaime going to take that opportunity, especially when he's got the WBO route, and the WBO 160 is Andrade, it's DAZN, it's in-house. It sounds like maybe that'll be harder to do, but those are some options. But, and I quote, if it's the number one, a step up, or whatever you want to call it, I'm down for it. I'm ready right now. It's a matter of time. There's not much I can say. My brother is rising to the top, and I'm doing the same. The fans will get a hold of it. We fight for the fans that love boxing and the fans that love Jermall Charlo. Ronnie Shields is like a father figure. He wrapped his arms around my twin brother and me early in our careers. We've been with Ronnie Shields our whole life, and we've watched him train all kinds of champions. Ronnie has brought me to new heights in my career. He's been letting me know that the sky's the limit with this stuff, and boxing is his journey. So we're just taking it step by step. The fights get harder and we get tougher. I'm a man. When it comes to doing what I do, and I'm the best at doing what I do. Excuse me. I'm a man, and when it comes to doing what I do, I'm the best at doing. Yeah, I guess there was a misprint. They put he do, but it definitely should be I do. But anyway, I get in there and fight hard and figure out places I need to be at the right time so then I could deliver shots like that. End quote. So, I mean, look, he's willing, and that's really, really what matters is that, he's willing to get in there with a Derevyanchenko, with a Chris Eubank. And they're talking about this fight happening in September or October. So, yeah, man. That's decent, I guess, if we're looking to come back. With some sort of audience, maybe. I don't know what we can get in September, October, but looks like most promoters are expecting to have some sort of audience in there. So Jermall Charlo spoke to Coppinger directly about Derevyanchenko, and he had this to say. He said, I've seen him knock out a lot of people. So these fights where people try and bum rush in, they get caught with some stuff they never seen before, said Charlo. I'm not leaving it up to the judges. I'm trying to be one of those that stop them. You'll see how hard I'm training. I'm a better finisher than those guys. So, I'm a better finisher than those guys, said Charlo when told that Daniel Jacobs was trying to stop Derevyanchenko but couldn't. He said, they're looking for the jab, but I've got so much in my arsenal. When I'm putting it together and giving it my best and giving you my best, Jermall Charlo, you've got nothing to worry about. It's going to be an entertaining fight. It's going to be a big fight. I come to fight. So it's not like I'm coming in random and coming out of nowhere. You know what I do. Sure, if there's a champion up there that wants me to fight and allow me to fight, and this is what Charlo said when asked, would he go up to 168 for a big fight? And obviously everybody wants him to fight David Benavidez, at 68. It's something that's been materializing since me and him bumped into each other at the WBC convention. And, I spoke to Benavidez's father, and he said he would love it, and Charlo said he would love it. And it's been growing ever since, but nothing has really happened yet. But Derevyanchenko is just one of Charlo's options, according to him. He said, we can make something happen. I moved up in weight before, and I know how to handle it. I'm a natural 168-pounder, but I'm campaigning at 160. I'm staying strong, staying sharp. You'll get a chance to see a lot more real soon. It's the money. I get paid to do what I do, so I can't let anybody down. We're living in paradise, and we're just running around having fun all day. That's all we do. My character is the future of boxing. I might come off as unapproachable, but to some people that don't know me, that's just a part of the game. Like I said, the fight's not even made. Charlo on, obviously, the Derevyanchenko match. And I further quote, he says, whatever you heard, I don't even know if you heard the right things. It's Derevyanchenko, just someone on the radar. He's only one of the guys that we're talking about getting in there with as far as the ranking goes. You never know what the sanctioning body does. I'm the champion, There's a lot of different things have to play on. It's the virus. Is making boxing take its time and coming back. But when it does come back, you'll get the best out of me because I'm working. I'm never taking off, said Charlo. And that's good to hear, man. Some people were getting up in weight, during this time off. Some people weren't staying, in shape. Definitely I seen I seen Shakur take shots at Blue Nose, right? He called him a little fluffy in the gym. So, it could be a number of things, but obviously Charlo sounds like he's ready to get back in there. We know because we just had Ronnie that they're knee deep in training. You know what I mean? But I quote, I thought I was going to fight my way back in April, and I want to keep going. I fought in December, so it was like a wow. I'm ready to get in there. So hunger is just building. Two things could happen with this pandemic. I could be getting stronger and taking some time to learn some new things about myself. I don't know. Canelo was going through some things with Golden Boy, trying to branch out and have his own things going on, said Charlo when asked when he'll fight Canelo. He says, I don't know. It could be years. Who knows? I'm ready. Jermall Charlo can get you the fight you're demanding of right here in this pandemic. This would be the perfect time to fight someone like Canelo just because there's not been a lot going on. But Canelo has been training also, said Charlo. So, obviously everybody wants that Canelo fight, man. You know, it would be real good if Charlo could finally get that opportunity. He was kind of done wrong in that, fight or eliminator situation with Canelo, where they granted him franchise status, and he's just there kind of as the elevated champion, and that's why this little black cloud of how good he is there, because he didn't get his opportunity with Canelo the way that Earl Spence got his opportunity with Brook, the mandatory route. But looks like we got Mario. Let me go ahead and bring him in and go out to Corpus.
It's me, Mario.
What up? What up? Call me. Woke up late. What's the deal? Chopping it up. Yeah,
we're just talking that breaking news with Michael Coppinger and Lance Pugmire about Sergiy Derevyanchenko. The Athletic broke the story. I believe you sent the link yesterday, so
yep.
You know what we're talking about. I really went through almost all his quotes. They definitely have a lot that he said. And we should be having Cassius Chaney, heavyweight, at 9:30.
Yeah, it's surprising. I think that when reports first surfaced about Canelo and Derevyanchenko and the fights that we could be seeing, I never really believed that we would see him. I hope we would, but I never thought we would. This is an incredible fight, and the fact that I'm surprised and I like this fight actually better. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Derevyanchenko Canelo is a great fight, but I think that Charlo and Derevyanchenko is an incredible fight. I think it shows something for Derevyanchenko. It means something for him, and I think it also means something for Jermall. I think that to be in there with a guy that was able to do what he did in his last fight, against a tough guy in Golovkin. It's just one of those things where we're going to learn a lot about both guys. In boxing, you like to play that game. Oh, well, he beat him, so he can beat him. You know what I mean? Like that whole three-way thing. And it just doesn't work. But at the end of the day, we are able to learn about certain fighters going in, and this is going to be a tough fight, dude. I can't pick it right now. I mean, obviously, Jermall's the favorite, and he should be. But, bro, you just can't count Derevyanchenko out. He's just so tough in so many really awkward ways.
Yo, was I wrong, or do you feel like people are calling this his best opponent?
Yeah, people are.
But
from,
why?
From what I've seen,
why?
I don't know.
When you got a former champ that was a current champ in K9 at the time when he took that belt, then he fought Austin Trout, former champ. Then he fought, Julian Williams, the mandatory, who eventually became unified. Like, how is this guy, who hasn't got a signature win, the best opponent till date? I mean, it's disrespectful.
Man. I would argue that Austin Trout is even better than Derevyanchenko. I mean, I wouldn't I'm not saying right now that Trout beats Derevyanchenko. What I'm saying is when he beat Austin Trout and what that meant versus him beating Derevyanchenko now, you could make that argument. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, the people that I follow on Twitter, and the people that talk, and so yeah, that's the things they want to say. They want to say the PBC fighter hasn't fought anybody. They want to say the tough guys that have been in the ring and tested guys like Canelo, Triple G, all those guys, they're better. But the truth is, I don't think he is the best fighter. I still think the J-Rock win is, in my opinion, one of the craziest things he's ever did. Because I didn't think that it would go as fast as it did. It was a 5th round KO, if I'm not mistaken, and that to me is much more impressive.
I just don't get how people diminish what the fighter has accomplished. So Trout beat Cotto, was at least a champion that defended his title. Williams showed that he could come back from his first loss to become unified, but Derevyanchenko losing to Jacobs and Gennady makes him better. I'm struggling with that. And I'm not talking to you, obviously. I'm speaking in general and to the writers that are writing this. When they talk about this potential fight, they're talking as if Charlo is stepping up. It's almost disrespectful in my opinion.
Yeah, that is definitely not something that I believe in, and it's, I don't know. I think that it's probably a political thing. I feel like that's the only way to really explain it, because any other way, like, you can't really sit here and say that Derevyanchenko is without a doubt the best, fighter that Charlo's ever going to face by far. Like, that's just not true. I mean, he hasn't really beat anybody to say that compared to the guys that he has beat.
I see the logic that people are saying, well, Derevyanchenko's better because he would walk down Julian and Trout. And yeah, maybe so, because he's a 160-pounder, but skill-wise, I thought we were looking at skill,
But also, like, what are the accomplishments of the fighters?
Exactly.
When you fight them? You know what I'm saying?
They're stripping away the belts that Austin, K9, and Williams have won. Meanwhile, they're giving Derevyanchenko credit for losing 3 times.
Exactly. And
Two times.
I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I think that I give him credit for those fights too. I think that if you can take something out of a loss, he took everything out of those losses. Okay? If you can win while losing, he won while losing. But it still was a loss. It's still, like, you still look at his biggest wins, and, Turiano Johnson, I really, really like him, and I think that he's a fun fighter to watch. I enjoyed interviewing him, but he's just not, that big of a win to me. And I think you have to have accomplished something, and it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be an exciting fight, but to sit here and say that, well, Jermall's finally stepping up, or, well, Jermall's finally taking the tough fight, that's just unfair. That's super unfair.
Yeah, now, he made it clear in his interview with Pug and them that this isn't official tissue yet. So that being said, obviously there's options out there. We've heard the, Chris Eubank rumors. And, I guess the sexiest other name would be like a Jaime Munguia. And then I told people, common opponents would be like a Solecki. He's faced he's faced Andrade and Daniel Jacobs and Rosado. So that would be a good common opponent. But, can you think of another direction for him to go, not named Derevyanchenko?
To be honest with you, yeah. Listen, could we sit here and think of them? Absolutely. But this makes sense. This fits the equation. If you're trying to get the best middleweights in the world to fight each other, Derevyanchenko has cemented himself as one of the best. And, you could think of him as a hard luck loser. You could think of him as the toughest opponent. You could think of him in a lot of ways. But the bottom line is, when he shows up on fight night, it's a tough fight. So, yeah, there are different roads to go. But to me, this is a road that, like, leads forward. It leads forward to the best fights. Like, it's not a step backwards. It's not a sidestep. It is a step forward. And so in that, I can understand where people are saying, oh, well, this is the best fight. It's not that this is the only time he's ever stepped up, or this is the best fighter he's ever faced by a long shot. No, he's taking that step forward. He's taking that step towards, ultimate supremacy in the middleweight division. And I mean, and so that's what we want to see. That's what we want from our fighters. And by the way, that's something that we haven't been getting, in the news lately. That's something that this is a fight that we probably wouldn't have expected during this time, during C19 time. But I can tell you that, if you look at the fighters that Charlo has been facing lately, you got Centeno, Korbarov, Adams, Hogan. This is going to definitely be a much tougher fight than the fighters he has been facing. That said, though, the Julian Williams and the Austin Trout, I think those 2 wins are just I think they're not given as much credit as they probably should. I mean, people
real quick, let me get to these super chats real quick. We got Trenton TJ who says, will not give credit even when Charlo stops. I'm shaking my head. So basically that's when I was saying that I just hope that people give him credit, because I went into this a bit frustrated that everyone is writing this out as his best opponent till date, and that's what I want. I want when he beats him, because I think he's going to beat him. I want people to continue to say that, like, yo, plus he beat Derevyanchenko. Remember that killer? Don't make him to be some bum that ain't get a win. And now the argument turns to, oh, but who has he beat? Who has he beat? I don't want to hear that when Charlo beats him, because, I want them to give him his credit the way that the writers are giving Derevyanchenko credit as this, career accomplished loser now. C-Dub says, where you rank Derevyanchenko as a middleweight? I think BoxRec has him at number 5. Let me see if that's bad. I think that sounds decent. Obviously, you got Canelo at 1, Gennady, and then Charlo, Eubank, Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Damn, they got BoxRec even got Andre at 6. See what I'm saying? And then Munguia at 7. So yeah, I mean, those names, could you switch a few? Yeah, but I think that sounds right. Like, maybe you could slide Derevyanchenko down, because for whatever reason he's in higher than the champion Andre, but he's also faced a better opposition, so he gets more stars for his events. Remember, BoxRank is a point system. The bigger the fight, the more the points. He's been in 2 big fights with Daniel and Gennady, so he's worth more points. That being said, Jaime right behind Andre, and then Ryota Maroda. So Derevyanchenko.
See, I like ESPN's rankings better. I was comparing the 2, and I like ESPN's better. Andrade's at 3 in there, Charlo's at 4, and Derevyanchenko's at 5.
In the middleweight.
Yeah, in the middleweight.
Let me see what we got on the boxingvoice.com. It looks like.
Yeah, that's what I was about to go do.
It looks like Derevyanchenko is a 4, 6, 7, 1, and he's not in the WBA. So he's in number 4 at ring. So that's universal. But then in the WBO, he's number 6. In the IBF, he's number 7. In the WBC, he's number 1. So, I mean, with those 3 rankings and even equating the rings, and then you're saying he's number 3 in ESPN, like, yeah, he's a top 5 fighter. Top 5, it sounds like. He could make it into the top 5. I mean, Canelo, Gennady, Charlo, Andre, Derevyanchenko, really, like, who else would go before him? Maybe Jaime for being undefeated, but he don't got no wins or fights at 60 yet.
Yo, real quick, the producer just let me know that the betting line is estimated to be Jermall coming in at a -150 and Derevyanchenko at a +120. Bro, that's like even money right there on Derevyanchenko. Like, that's terrible.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The disrespect for Charlo is at an all-time high.
Yeah, I just meant if I wanted to put some money, like, I'm not putting that on Derevyanchenko. Like, to me, even if it is a 50-50 fight, which I don't really think it is, but even if it was, it's not 50-50 money. Like, Jamal's a favorite.
Let me get to these other super chats. We got C-Dub. We did that. We got Alexander Wilson that says, Derevyanchenko is the best fighter on Charlo's 160 run. Also, with COVID popping back up and Cali shutting back down, does this fight actually happen? We don't know, man. But, I mean, it sounds like if it will, it's going to be a studio fight. You know, I don't know about having an audience. So Cassius Chaney is communicating with me. He doesn't have Skype. I'm trying to get him to follow the link because I'm pretty sure we could do guests now. He said he's going to try. Hasn't done so yet. So if he pops up, let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. But, yeah, I mean, just the rankings, like, seeing them kind of like an overall scan of them. I mean, Derevyanchenko is ranked really high on a lot of the ranking systems.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's based off, though, man.
I mean, it's a top 5 fight. Like, you got to say that.
What's his biggest win, though? Like, they ranking him off what,
and that's
though?
fine. No, that's fine. But if you think about, you know, what Jermall's doing during these times to find the ability to get in the top 5.
Nah, look, I'm not gonna
potentially
argue.
top 3 fighter. Yo, that's a really.
Nah, it's a good.
I mean,
it's a
gotta
good.
applaud him.
I get the step up word. It's just I don't think that they're like preferencing it correctly. Like it needs to be preferenced with a step up at 160. You know what I mean? Like this is a step up to the level of composition he's been facing at 160. Like Derevyanchenko is a natural 160 pounder where Hugo Centeno, Brandon Adams, and Dennis Hogan were not. You know, this would be his third natural 160 pounder. First one was Sebastian Hyland with the pirate leg, and then Korobov, and now Derevyanchenko. So I get it, and I would be okay with it if they preferenced it with that, man, just so that he, you know, you read these articles and it seems like they're trying to shame him, and it's like, yo, chill, champ. My man out here doing numbers.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can understand, you know, coming from it from that perspective, and you know, I did see a lot of those comments on Twitter.
Shout out to BZZ. He says, at Mario, at Ness, fellas, I love the show, and I just took a loan out of my 401k, and the first thing I'm going to do with that money is become a Patreon. That's all I'm thinking about with that money. TBV for life. Well, shout out to you. I mean, damn, you know, you could get in as little as $3, but I hope you're going to the top tier. You took out a loan, you know? Nah, I'm sure you got things to do with your loan. But, yo, we obviously appreciate all the love and support, man. But even a thumbs up goes a mile away. So if you haven't already done so, damn, I said thumbs up. Somebody hit a thumbs down. Thank you, you jerk off. But yeah, man, you know, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Helps us grow. It's gonna put this show in the eyes. It's gonna help the algorithm. It's gonna help the algorithm and push us in the eyes of more boxing fans. You know what I mean? Put us on that Browse page and help you to push us. Because of your help, so please hit that thumbs up button and share the show. You know, it goes a mile away. Now, we are scheduled to have Chaney, but he is not getting it. I'm going to have to just go ahead and do phone, man. Damn. I don't even like phone no more.
It's like the C19 times have really shown us like video interviews with everybody, you know what I mean? So it's like weird to go back and do phone interviews now. Word, especially because so many people have been coming on, especially because Shannon Briggs have been coming on every Friday. Like if Shannon Briggs can come on Skype every Friday, I feel like we could get everybody on video. But you know, sometimes it just don't work out like that. But yeah, man, definitely please smash the thumbs up, like, and hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, then hit the notification bell. Yeah, if you don't know what Patreon is for The Boxing Voice, go to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice, where we provide shows pretty much daily, overtime, after the morning shows. We do Untitled, which we did yesterday. Got cut off a little bit early, but we'll make up that time next week. And we also do film study, film review, and we actually need to do one of those this week.
Isn't it no fight today? Because like the main event got canceled.
Did they cancel the whole card?
Well, who's gonna step up?
Well, but remember, Michaela Mayer was on the card.
I don't know.
I mean, if you consider the main events we've had, that's probably like one of the best main events still. And it was the co-main event.
I mean,
let me see.
We'll see.
Yeah, they going along with it. Remember, Clay Collard's on the he got moved up to co-main event now. We got to see what our boy does.
Clay Collard is main event?
No, he's a co-main event.
Oh wow, who did he get? Did he got a name yet?
Laurent T. Nelson.
Oh yeah, we had that name. You're right. Well, man, I'm gonna have to open up these lines. It looks like Chaney's gone dark, but we got TJ that says check my in the Skype what I said about Tank, please. His message in Skype, what he said about Tank. Where are you, TJ? Where is your message, brother? Did you send it to me? Is it in
the
chat?
producers just let me know that Mayer is the headliner.
Wow. I mean, people did put the bug in my mind with that fight. I'm interested.
Yeah, me too. And I've been meaning, though, bro, to go see Helen Joseph. And I've seen her, like, don't get me wrong, I've seen her since then. But I've been meaning to watch some fights of her. I have them clipped and everything. And I just hadn't gotten the chance. But I'm definitely excited for it. And I want to see Clay fight, too. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't got to see a lot of them. So every chance to get to see him, I just want to see how he's developing and stuff.
I mean, we could try Coach Calvin, but I don't know if Calvin is going to want to release that information. We might as well get Buddy on. I should hit him up because, I want to talk to Buddy about that BS spawn. And you see what Earl Spence said. See? People talk all that crap about me, but who knows more? Ness. What Earl said, dog, that's your trainer fault. What's the exact words Earl said? Basically, Earl listened to the show and quoted me. That's what he did. He quoted me.
I didn't see him say anything. Wow.
You lying.
That's weird.
You're lying.
No, I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying, like, I can't believe
Twitter.
I didn't come across it.
Go to his Twitter. He told him, I'm paraphrasing, but he told him something like, that's your own fault. Where your trainer at? You know, they supposed to go over there and make them delete that shit. And that's what I say. No respect for you, champ. No respect.
Yeah.
No respect, because you ain't going to tell me you can record and I can't. Crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? But Red Cat,
bro, you know, what do you think about, and I'm sorry I came on late, woke up late, so I don't want to, like, mess up the flow of the show. I know we're going to go to callers, but real quick, is it weird that, like, he turned down less money to fight Canelo? I mean, he turned down less money or more money in Canelo to fight for less money against Jermall. Like, I wonder what that is right there. Like,
yo, how do you abbreviate like Rachel to Rach? Like, hey, Rach. Can you do RACH?
Yeah, of course. You have to be able to. I'll tell you right now, if my name was Rachel and somebody sent me RACH, I would say, oh, they're calling me Rach. I wouldn't be like, what the hell? Who's Rack?
Oh, man. Let me see if Buddy's available, because I do want to talk to Buddy about that spawn, bro. For real. You
don't think he might get a little defensive?
I don't care.
Okay.
I never cared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to put him to the fire. Like, I put a fighter to the fire. Like, what's up? I'm expecting to hear him say something like, that ain't my fighter. My fighter won't be doing. You see where my fighter was at. But at the same time, I'm still going to put him under the fire.
That's a good point.
Because it's like, bro, why you ain't say that man's life, bro? I'm
This is what Earl
going
said.
to your gym.
Earl said, if somebody recording, that's your trainer or people fault you with, should have made them stop and delete it.
And that's what I'm saying. I'd have stopped mid-spawn, like, yo, do me, record. As soon as Tank would have said something, I was like, well, we ain't, if you record, I'm recording. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Oh, but we gonna use it. We gonna use it to see what we did wrong. So are we. No, but we can't. So you can't either. Like, I'm in here taking the punches with you, but I'm not as worth as you.
That's what it all boils down to. Like, that's what this whole thing is. It's the optics of, well, Tank's a star and Tank's gonna be something, and Ivan Redcatch isn't. So we're gonna do whatever we want, and that's why I had the whole gripe about it, because that's
Ivan
not
about to get
the way
Sean
it works,
Porter fight.
or that's not the way it should work. Say again.
On the street is Sean getting the Sean Porter fight, right? I mean,
yeah, bro. He told him.
Red Cat.
Yeah, man. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. I think off air, but I don't know if he let that slip on accident or on purpose.
Red Cat? Who let it slip?
So Tank, Tank and Ivan were getting into heat on Twitter, right? And it was all stemming from the video. The sparring footage. So, they're reacting to each other and they're, saying different things back and forth. I think we went over them, Who you talking
about, Shakur?
Yeah, it was Tank. It was Tank and Ivan were getting into it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tank and Ivan were getting into it. I'm trying to find the exact quotes here. Oh, you know what? I know where I can find them for sure. And so they got into it. They were going back and forth. And Tank said this exactly to Ivan Redcash. He said, "You a tune-up fight for everybody, dummy. And I advise you not to take that fight with Sean because he gonna kill you. You can't hit, nor can you take a punch." So it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Are we getting Porter Ivan Redcash? Like, I didn't hear anything about that. Like, seeing Tank tweet it was like the first I'd ever heard of it. And I talked with the producer about
that would be good, though.
You like that fight?
I mean, I only like it because Ivan he's a welterweight now. He fought Devin, then he fought Danny. Now he's fighting Porter. Like, listen, he's a welterweight. He's the new John Molina. They using him.
Man, very good.
They're using him to build people and in between, but he still puts a good fight. It's up to him to get on that level. You know what I'm saying? He did it with Devin. That was Devin's comeback fight, and he stone cold him. You know what I mean? So, like, he got his... Listen, Al gives you the opportunity. He can't help you fight. He can't make you a better fighter. But, the John Molinas and the Red Catchers of the world, they the ones get all the big fights. Look at Granados. Granados got how many dudes? Amir Iman, Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia... You know what I mean? Like, I just hope they make good business decisions because they obviously not getting paid as much as the A side. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping they're making good business decisions with that money so that it can be fruitful for them. But Buddy McGirt just got out the shy, so he said 5 minutos. You know what I mean?
TJ's super chat says Porter by stoppage.
But I'm going to tell you this right now.
Ohio, Showtime.
I'm going to tell you this right now. One, to my Patreon, I'm going to y'all first. One, if you want to ask Buddy posts, you better get these likes up. Straight lace. Second, to the YouTubers, if you even want to hear Buddy, if you want me to accept his call, you better get these numbers up. If not, F y'all, man. I'm out here struggling, begging y'all to hit the thumbs up button. Meanwhile, I'm bringing on world-renowned guests to get into debates and make the show that much better. So hit that thumbs up, man, because if it ain't real right, I'll talk to Buddy off air. Me and Mario, Mario, and Skype, because 90% of Skype, honestly, 90% of Skype is Patreon. So we'll do that. You know, we'll cut y'all smooth out this deal, straight up. But yeah, man. So hit that thumbs up button. I'm gonna start making the Ask Buddy post, but I ain't posting it. It ain't gonna be live until I see them numbers right, because the disrespect is out of control from y'all, man. You know, I don't even know why we gotta constantly remind. I mean, I know YouTube tells you like, oh, you gotta remind them, but it's like, why? I don't need to be reminded to be here every freaking morning. So get it together. Get it together, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Share the show. Helps with the visibility. It also lets Buddy know that he's on a show worth coming back. You know what I mean? You want your questions answered, share the show so that Buddy comes back. You know what I mean? So that he does come on the show 5 minutes out of the shower. Like, respect the world class trainer that's gonna come on. You know what I mean? Like, it's so frustrating sometimes, but
and I do want to say also real quick, before we go out to callers or whatever, I like looking at this middleweight division more and more. I think Charlo's making the right decision here. He is essentially weeding everyone out on his route to Canelo. Like, this is what you got to do. And, if he beats a Derevyanchenko, I know they're not going to let him leapfrog Golovkin, but he should. He really should. I don't want to see that third fight. And I know people really don't. Now, I know they paid for it, so, they're going to have to essentially fight each other at some point. With a Dazn banner in the ring, but I really, really feel like this fight with Charlo and Derevyanchenko, it just closes that gap. It corners. I mean, it's like, where else do you go at that point? You want to go to Andrade? Well, that's cool with me, but they ain't going to.
You know what else we got to remember? Don't let me forget. We got to get that buddy Shakur Stevens talk. Because Shakur Stevens won all the smoke with your fighter, buddy. So we want that
Blue
talk.
Nose?
We want that talk. We want that
Blue
talk.
Nose you talking about?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting.
Oh man, Cassius Chaney just hit me talking about he trying to download Skype. This is the stuff that happens in real life radio right here, champions. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee he gonna call right when we got Buddy on. Like, yo, I'm ready. Eddie, I'm ready. Yo, I got my posts. On Patreon. Ready.
Where we at with the likes? We at 150. It's up.
Damn, bro. We really about to get screwed over. He just hit me. I'm like, can you send that? Oh, shiznix. All right, Cassius. We gonna rock out with ya. Let me see. Did he send that?
We'll keep everything. Oh, we have a post for him?
Yeah, we definitely got a post for him. It's old, right? Man. Check it. If you
I'll
can't find it, I'll
find
it. I'll get it for you real quick. Send you the linkage. So yeah, there is a post for Cassius Chaney if you wanna go ahead and drop a question for the Chain Man. You know, I got so much questions for him though. I thought he had a deal with Top Rank. That's the first thing coming out my mouth when he get on. Like, yo, didn't you get a co-promotion with Top Rank? Like, why they got all these cans on TV, bruh?
Why they got all these IBIS on TV,
they got 12-ounce cans on TV. Meanwhile, you a sexy, imported glass Coca-Cola bottle over here. And they playing right now, bruh.
They playing.
Yo, why Latinos be keeping those bottles as souvenirs? They do. You know they do.
Yeah, I think I got one.
We got Buddy on. Is Buddy 7? Let me see. Buddy, this you? Mario, you never on point.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for the.
All right, Rachel, I got him.
Buddy.
What's up, baby?
Buddy, I'm going to make sure to send you a Father's Day gift or something through Rachel in the future, man. You are always available, man. I love you, but I got some hard stuff for you today, man. I was watching that Sparring that you was watching.
Hey, man, listen.
Is that your fighter?
Had nothing to do with it. Who? No.
Ivan Redcatch is not
No.
your fighter?
No. That's Shane and Jack Mosley's fighter. That's not mine.
Yo, didn't I tell y'all that? I said, yo, Jack
Yeah.
Mosley was there. He should be ashamed of himself. How the hell he let that go on? Did it look as bad as video, or was it just that last 49 seconds that looked that bad? Because that couldn't be my fighter.
Brother,
You're not
it was
teaching
like
your
that.
fighter nothing.
It was like that every round.
Jesus Christ. Come
Damn,
on.
bro.
So why you ain't step in, buddy? You legendary. How you letting that boy get beat up in there?
And I understand that, but that last round was the worst. I mean, before he was, to be honest with you, the first 2 rounds, he was just out jabbing fucking Redcatch. And then that last round, Redcatch started talking to him.
So
And then that's when the shit went off, man.
what's your thoughts on Redcatch saying, yo, basically he was saying like, yo, we were supposed to do 6 rounds, so I would have got the better of you in the last 2 because you was gassing. But you left, basically.
Next question.
Yo, buddy, what was the mood like after that round ended? Like, what was the tension like in the gym?
It couldn't have been bad. They took a picture together.
You know what happened, man? Yeah, exactly. You know what happened? This is what made Redcatch mad. They said before Gervonta started sparring, his people said no taping. So nobody was taping that we knew.
Buddy, did somebody put you on speaker, or you got somebody on the three-way?
It's Cassius just came on, Ness.
Oh, smokes. Cassius late Chaney.
No.
Cassius, you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, we do hear you. One moment, buddy. So, Buddy
doing?
McGirt, we have live with us Cassius Chaney. He's a heavyweight. We were scheduled to have him half an hour ago. Obviously, he was getting his technology ready. So we kind of have y'all both on at the same time. Do y'all know each other?
I met Mr. Coach McGirt in LA.
Beautiful. So how was that experience? Was it just a meet and greet, or were you getting work in the gym?
I was helping Gerald Washington. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So wait, buddy, you were training Gerald at the time?
No, I was there. Gerald asked me to come down and watch the sparring.
Oh, just to give him like
so
a
I
look.
went down to check it out. Yeah.
Okay. So, buddy, obviously I scheduled him before you, but we're going to do this. We're going to flip
No problem.
I'm going to finesse this. Don't worry. Don't go nowhere. But, Chaney, if you could get off speaker. You sound like you on speaker, unless you probably already addressed that. But that being said, I already told people my first question for Cassius Chaney, who's 18-0 with, 13 knockouts?
12.
12 knockouts. Is... I thought I heard a rumor you did a co-promotion deal with Top Rank and Main Events. Is that not true?
Nah, I didn't hear anything about that. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it happened, though, but I don't think it's true. No.
Oh, man. So I was hoping that it happened, being as though the Top Rank has all these heavyweights. Buddy, have you been watching the Top Rank bubble fights?
Listen, man, I had Adam Lopez in a bubble fight, and it's tough. And no, I haven't. Just to answer the question, no, because I'm gonna tell you why I haven't seen it. I'm in the place where I'm staying at in Cali. I can watch any movie in the United States of America that's on, but I don't have ESPN.
Damn.
Well, I've been in that situation.
Well, Cassius,
listen, man. I've seen.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Go ahead, buddy.
Go ahead. I've seen movies that I never knew were out. Even movies from the 60s and 70s.
Damn, you going too far back, champ. 60s and 70s. But Cassius, let me ask you, man, since we're talking about those bubble fights, I've been seeing some heavyweights on there. Hey, buddy, they've been inspiring me to get it and be a heavyweight, man. Hey, Cassius, tell me you seen some food on that bubble in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, I seen all the fights on there. I've seen almost all of them. Yeah.
What you think of the competition? What you think of those guys in the ring, man?
You know, I mean, it's perfect timing for everybody. You know, they just staying busy and Fortunately for myself, man, it's like, damn, I can't even get in there and get my feet wet. But hopefully, something comes of it soon where I can get in there, and get one of those guys or something, But yeah, I felt the same way, man. It's crazy.
Before I go back to Buddy, I gotta ask: has main events, Kathy Duva, Jolene, anybody told you a possible time frame for a comeback fight?
Nah, not yet.
Damn.
But I know they're working on it. I think it's tough for them right now because like they got so many fighters that's probably doing the same thing that I'm doing and pressing them about fighting and everything. So, hopefully, they get things sorted and we all can get in there and showcase our skills, So, but it's tough for them. I can't even, this whole pandemic thing, I understand. So I just got to stay ready.
Man, God works in mysterious ways, Buddy, because there's a rumor that Gervonta Davis has left Cassius Chaney's trainer, Calvin Ford, and that he offered you the job and you turned it down because of undiscipline. So how does God put me with two people that can answer this question?
That's not true.
Well,
that's not true.
Look, I'm only looking for true or false. So you weren't offered the job.
No.
And is the other part true?
Never even talked about it.
Is the other part true that he left Calvin? Or he's leaving Calvin?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. That I can't answer. I can't answer that. All I know is he came to the gym, and he was working out, and he asked me, can I give him a couple rounds on the mitts? I did that. He left. I left. There's no conversations about training or nothing like that. That's not true.
And Mr. Chaney, what can you confirm or deny? What is it like in your gym? Have you heard any rumors in your gym?
I train in Miami now. I train with Herman.
I seen you with Salcido, man. That's my man, yo. It's like 7 heavyweights down there getting work too. I seen you sweaty. I reposted it, I believe. Yeah. You was getting some work with Negron, I seen.
Yeah. I'm down there. I'm living in the gym, but I asked the same question because I saw the post with Coach McGirt and Tank too, and I asked a couple of my boys that's at the gym, and they said they didn't know anything like that. So I don't know. I don't.
Wait, so are you just getting work in Miami, like to help Salcido's heavyweights, or did you change trainers?
Yeah, I'm training with Herman now.
Holy smokes! When did that happen?
Right as the pandemic happened, we was going through it was just so much going on at the gym in Baltimore. It was, it's tough because Coach Calvin and them, man, they training 9 guys. It's hard to train 9 guys at one time, and then I got to train with the little guy. It's hard. So it's I wasn't really able to get one-on-one time and whatnot. So it was cool. We talked, and I called him and we talked. It was cool.
Buddy, can you give us a story? Have you ever lost a guy because he felt he wasn't getting the necessary attention?
Yeah. But I didn't find that out till later on.
Who was that? Who felt they weren't getting the attention they needed?
Nate Campbell.
Oh man, world champion Nate Campbell. That was my man. Nate had a mouth on.
I love Nate.
He knew how to soup up a fight.
Yeah, Nate's my. I mean, I love Nate. We good friends, me and Nate. What I liked about Nate was that he was honest. He came to me like a man. He was like, look, buddy, I'm not getting the time that I feel I need. So I understand that. I respect that.
Okay,
okay. So we still buddy, friends, man. I'm not. But
no, go ahead, finish.
So if a fighter comes to me and talks to me like a man, I respect them as such. It's when they go behind your back and do dirty shit that it's it's unnecessary. Because because it's not like you making enough money where you gonna make me and my family eat. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have other fighters. You know what I mean? I gotta eat just like everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Buddy, really quick, switching to another one of your fighters. We saw that Blue Nose and Shakur got into it on Twitter. Did you see that? What'd you think?
Yeah, he know he's seen that.
Well, this is what happened. Somebody asked me, "What do I think about a fight between Shakur and Adam?"
And you said Adam could beat him.
Matter of fact, yeah, he could beat him. I know he could beat him. No disrespect to Shakur. I love Shakur. I know his family. I respect him. No disrespect intended. But I know, one thing I do know is that I've known Shakur since he was like 13, 14, 15 years old. And I've seen him fight a lot of times. I know what it takes to beat Shakur.
Hey, Cassius, you believe that? You think Shakur Stevens could lose to Adam Blue Nose Lopez? Have you seen Blue Nose? He fought Oscar Valdez.
He will lose to Blue Nose. Not can lose. Ooh. He will lose to Adam.
But you're supposed to say that, buddy. You're supposed to say that.
No. Listen to me. I'm just keeping it real, man. It has nothing to do with, I'm supposed to say that. I just know what it takes to beat Shakur. I said it when he was in the Olympics. When he was in the Olympics, they were like, buddy, this kid. I said, I know Shakur a long time, man. And they said, so what do you think? I said, if he doesn't change one thing, which you can't change, he's not going to win the gold.
What?
And I love him. Like I said, I love him, his family, his grandfather. There's no disrespect. Like I say, I've seen what how the grandfather struggled with him. I've seen his grandfather eat shit from a lot of people to keep his grandson on. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that 200%. And when I see Shakur, I always embrace him, and I always tell Shakur, be careful who you hang with. You've come a long way. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the BS out there.
So are we getting that fight? Because that sounds like an affordable fight to do in the bubble. We could do Blue Nose.
Especially around this time.
We could do Blue Nose versus Shakur.
And they were both on, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a build-up already. They both was on the edge. When you letting it happen? That's the question, Captain.
For me?
Oh, you the captain of the ship over there. You the trainer.
They can fight next week if they want.
Oh, man. See, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. Blue Nose did good his last fight, but he got touched up, and that kid was not Shakur.
Oh, yeah.
That kid was not Shakur.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. 100% right. I agree with you 300%.
And Shakur gonna bring, I think Shakur brings something that's a little bit different. It's the mental edge in that fight. But let me get back to Chaney. I gotta be even here. Chaney, man, please tell me that you've been already getting work with Luis Ortiz. No? Yes?
We have. Well, that's the thing is we have, but he's like we have, and man, he's like we have, man. He's super smart, man. He's like it's crazy, and man, he's smart, man. It's heavyweight boxing. He's smart. He a cool dude. So, we haven't really like. He don't spar like right now because he don't got anything coming up like really, really heavy. But we've drilled and we've kind of like got the feel for each other. And I'm like, yeah, he's super smart. And he tells me like, yo, you're strong. Like you punch hard. You know what I'm saying? But just being in the gym with him and seeing how he work and seeing his detail to things is cool for me.
So
for somebody like me.
Obviously, I know Herman Salcido's set up, but for Buddy listening and the listeners, I want them to know how the proper word is, I guess, motivated or how serious you're taking boxing. Because the room you live in is like, what, 10 by 6?
Yeah, it's like a jail room, man.
Exactly. So for those that don't know, he's living in the gym that he trains. He's relocated from Connecticut and Boston. I mean, Connecticut and the DMV area when he's in Uptown Gym, all the way to where is Herman? Is Herman directly in Miami at this point?
Yeah, he in West Miami.
All the way to Miami. I've been to that gym, bro. It's hot as hell, and those rooms are small. Like, shout out to the few Dominicans that's out there. I'm so happy for them. He got a stable right now. But yeah, hey coach, did you know how that setup is? over there in
No,
Miami?
all I can say is this young man, Mr. Chaney, if he's dedicated like that, he's destined to be a heavyweight champion of the world.
I'm telling y'all.
Thank you.
But now, here's the catcher, champ. Here's the catcher. When you become champion, don't go sleeping on silk sheets.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. So,
listen, I'm gonna tell you a story about that.
Go for
when
it.
I had Antonio Tarver, when I first started training Antonio Tarver, we were staying in little rinky-dink hotels, and he had a hot plate that he used to cook his food on. And when he became champ, he still put that damn hot plate in camp.
Nah, Tarver.
Because it was a reminder for him.
Tarver got a heavyweight too. I'm trying to schedule, man. You seen him?
Yeah, I seen him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Tarver's gonna be a hell of a trainer, man.
He looked like it.
He's a student of the game. He's gonna be a hell of a trainer.
He was a phenomenal commentator. Remember when he was doing comment? He was phenomenal, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I was very upset when he lost that gig, man.
You and me both, and it's so funny because it was over that drug test with Latif Coyote. Meanwhile, in retrospect, there's like 20 more dozen fighters that pop and still be on television. But listen, we got questions from the people for the both of you, so I'll start with you, buddy. We got Ruin of 504 New Orleans who says, "So is it a new training strategy to let a guy get pummeled and have it filmed for the world to see?"
And to that person, I had nothing to do with that. They were not my fighters, and I don't know. To this day, I don't know who did the recording because they specifically said no recording. So that's what made Red Catch mad, is because they said no recording, and then the next day I'm getting phone calls, and I'm like, holy shit, who recorded it?
Yeah.
Because I was just sitting there watching, man, hoping that they stop it.
Yeah, man. When I seen that, I'm like, man, I hope they stop that. You know, that can never be me. Like I would fire my trainer. Like you don't care about me. That boy was hitting me behind the neck and everything.
I've had people like, buddy, you know, how do you let your fight? I'm like, that wasn't my fighter, man. Not my fighter. Had nothing to do with it.
Buddy, I blamed you. The minute I said, but man, I can't believe Buddy let that happen.
Nah, man, no.
Yo, that was a whooping.
So I made them sign a waiver before they started and said, look here, if anybody get hurt, I'm not responsible.
Cassius,
they both were talking trash.
We got one for you, Cassius. Is coming from Brandon in Cincinnati, who says, after Carlos Takam's win Thursday, are you interested in that fight with him?
Yeah, I think that's a nice fight for me. I would like a fight before I fight a guy like Takam or Betersov, but I saw some things Takam does well in that fight, and it messed Forrest up because if you notice, Takam had like a spring before he attacked, and
lunged in with that head.
Yeah, he jumped in with a head, but Jerry Forrest, he good. I mean, he got good skill, but he don't got a right hand. He don't jab. You know, it was weird. It was like a weird fight, but yeah, I think either one of those guys would be nice for me.
I felt like Jerry was playing the fight, and buddy, I'm gonna ask you because you're the trainer, but I felt like Jerry Forrest was playing this fight of a puncher and all night not letting his hands go, waiting for this one shot that never came. Like he would tack him down without a jab, and then let a right hand go and get in a clinch. Like the punch never landed. But buddy, did you see that fight with Carlos Takam and Jerry Forrest?
No, ESPN.
I didn't see it, man. I told you.
Damn, you don't want ESPN for real.
I got 500 channels.
Nah,
I got 500 channels.
I see you don't like Bob, man.
No,
you don't want to
ESPN.
support Bob, huh?
Oh no, I love Bob.
I'm messing with you.
I love boxing, man. But like I say, here I got that. It's called the Fire Stick.
Yeah, the fight.
Oh,
you got to. Yeah, you got to download it. Once you just download ESPN on your Fire Stick.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, and you're good.
But here's the problem. When I download it, they ask me for the
password.
Access code. Password, and this is not my place.
Nah, so
I'm using somebody else's apartment.
So yeah, but you could put in your information, or let's say Blue Nose got an ESPN account. You could put it in, and before you leave, take it out. But we do got a question from the UK for you. George Foster says, "Do you think Derevyanchenko would be the toughest assignment of Jermall Charlo's career?"
Well, the one who I seen fight in the Garden, yeah.
You mean the Charlo that
and
you seen fight in the
Charlo was
Garden?
he fighting? I get confused.
The 160-pound
Charlo?
one.
No, not Charlo.
The one that beat Trout and Julian Williams.
Okay. Yeah, I think so because I mean, if this guy fights anyway like he fought in the Garden that night, I mean, I'm not saying he'll beat Charlo, but it'll be a heck of a fight.
All right. Cassius, we got one coming from Mr. Adore that says, describe the period of time that has been the most difficult while being a boxer. What got you through it?
I mean, if I had to say, probably right now, like just training and staying with it, living in that room, man, and feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, just training and sparring and not knowing when I'm going to fight because I can't vision anybody. So I'm like tricking myself, visioning Wilder or Joshua and sparring and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel crazy, you know. So I would say right now the pandemic is like it's kind of been tough dealing with this.
How much time you got left on that contract?
I'll probably say like a year and a half, maybe, or a year. I'm not sure.
Any managers?
My managers are Zach Levin and David Berlin. They manage Otto Wallen.
Okay.
So they're solid. You know what I mean? They're good people, and that's why, you know, for like my last 2 years, I managed myself. So that was kind of tough. Just even deciding on a manager was hard because I you know, it was like trusting somebody. You know?
I swear to God, I think I need to open up a company because I feel like the advice is worth so much. Like, I think a Keith Conley would have been fantastic for you. I've been telling people, look at how he's putting people on multiple networks like Top Rank, Dazn, and PBC. We talking about Derevyanchenko today. That's a guy that's been on PBC, Dazn. I mean, he ain't get a win under his belt yet, but he fought Charlo. I mean, he about to fight Charlo, fought Daniel Jacobs, was offered 2 Canelo fights and turned them down. Who turns down Canelo fights? Like, you know what I mean? Then David McWaters, another really good guy. Not to say yours ain't good. I just don't know much of them. I know Audible Wildin', obviously. I actually, one of them, I got their number because they got us Audible on the show. But have you gotten some work with him?
Yeah. With Otto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I helped Otto for the Tyson Fury fight when he fought Fury, and that was great. That was good sparring. It was a little different now because now I'm coming from Miami and I'm kind of in a system. I understand, so it's a little bit different going down to help him. I might be going to help him for Travis Kaufman. So we'll see how that goes.
Cat out the bag. Thank you for that. We going out to Buddy McGirt from David Maldonado that says, Buddy, my boy, a.k.a. the best guest on the show. Being that you and Emmanuel Augustus would stop Spence. Oh, no, excuse me. Being that you said Emmanuel Augustus would stop Spence, Crawford, Thurman, Porter, laugh out loud. Who wins a super fight between prime Tito Trinidad versus prime Earl Spence at 147, and why? I think Tito would stop him because Spence has 0 head movement.
Right. That'd be interesting because Tito's chin is, he's been knocked down quite a few times. Yes. I mean, he gets back up and he gets the guy out of there, but, Spence could crack.
For sure, for sure. All right, Chaney, we got one from the UK. Ryan O'Rourke says, I seen you at the start of your pro career. No, excuse me. I seen at the start of your pro career, you thought a UK guy. I've never heard. No, he must have put. He must have wanted to put. You fought a UK guy I've never heard of. How was your experience of the UK, and would you like to fight here again? For you, Chaney, that's for you.
I would like to fight there again, but no, yeah, I would like to fight in the UK again. It was a good experience, but I wasn't going to fight somebody I didn't want to fight. Like, it was just, I mean, he was like running around the ring. It was just silly, you know. And then, I felt like it was a little bush with Fury, and Huey Fury knocked him out. So I thought that was whack, you know.
You broke up there.
I would love to.
After the word issue, you went through a little bit of the dead spot.
Oh, after he ran around the ring, it was Larry Alabama. Then he fought Huey Fury a week later, and then Huey Fury knocked him out. So I thought it was kind of Bushwick how that transpired.
Got you. All right, buddy, we got one coming from the same person. Ryan O'Rourke says, man, Ryan, stop rushing with your typing, champ. What the fuck? 2 words already I got to fix with. What are your thoughts? I guess he meant, what are your thoughts on Dillian Whyte leaving his trainer 8 weeks before a big fight? Don't that seem strange and a bad idea? Is Dillian a type of guy you would like to work with? That is true. You know, we had an entire show on what direction Dillian Whyte should go. Now, obviously, he chose Xavier Miller, I believe, from the UK. But, buddy, we were even mentioning your name. Would you have been interested in training Dillian Whyte?
I would have loved it, but I've never seen him fight.
What? Buddy, man, you are busy,
never seen
man.
him fight.
You got to be super busy. You don't watch any fights, bro? You only watch tape?
No, it's not that I don't watch him. It's not that I don't I don't watch him on tape. You know, if I go like to YouTube, I watch the old fighters. But like, not too many fighters excite me today. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, it has to be someone to me that, you know, is special. I mean, I got something that say, okay, I want to sit and watch this guy.
Man.
But other than that, I don't. Not like I used to. Was there a time you would always find me in front of the TV?
I was just about to ask, was there ever a time where you know, were like us, where we watch everything?
I mean, there was a time, man, if on the weekends you knew where to find me.
All right.
You know what I mean? I was in front of a TV. But now it just doesn't, I don't know, don't float my boat no more like it used to.
Well, Chaney, let me go to you here. We got one from King Amin in Essex who says, peace, champ. Could you see yourself facing off against some of your fellow heavyweight prospects like Jared Anderson, F.A. Ajagba, Daniel Dubois, and Abef? Abef is the dude that was on. He was the dude that was on Top Rank, bruh. I thought I could beat Abef, so I you know.
Oh, actually, that's the dude that, I mean, he do throw. He don't care about
he got
throwing.
power. He got power, but bruh, he get gas after the first round. Anybody with a boxing brain, just jab him the first 3 minutes. Then the second round, he was already doing the lean back, bruh. Come on.
He started with his hands down.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, he throw. I don't know if he got like strong power though, because he throw. You know, he a big dude, so I mean, you gotta respect the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've inquired about Junior Fa. I mean, I want to fight.
Yo, wait. Junior Fa's nice, bruh. I've been in the gyms with him.
I've inquired about, you know, those type of fights because I feel like those type of fights, I do well. I've done well when the lights are on. I do well when it's energy. You know what I'm saying? When it's
Junior Fa got a very tricky jab. He kind of like leaves it out there and then off like the shoulder can pop it. And obviously that's when he's facing Wilder, who's a taller, longer dude. So he kind of needs that lead jab to fend off incoming shots, especially the right hand, you know what I mean? But from that extended position, he could snap that mug. Like, he all right, man. He all right. I hope that Joseph Parker fight happens, man. That would be interesting because there's a lot of rumbles about that.
I think it'd be cool. Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight as well.
All right, buddy. We got James Valdez from San Antonio that says, Chaney, you're definitely on speaker. He says, if you had the opportunity to have had a rematch in the past, who would you have picked and why that person? We talking about your boxing career now, champ.
Okay, I would have Mildred Taylor.
Ooh, classic. That's a big name. Mildred Taylor, why?
Because he caught me on a bad day. I know I could beat Mildred Taylor. That's one guy that I know I could beat.
Yo,
yeah, I mean,
wasn't meant
for me to have. Wasn't meant.
It's funny the way you say it, like if you still could fight, you know. So it's kind of secondary. What do you think of like Evander, Tyson, everybody kind of coming back?
All right, man. Listen, I can talk this shit, but I ain't doing nothing.
Let your fighters do the fighting for you, buddy.
Exactly. I ain't fight. I don't even fight sleep, man. So I ain't fight nobody, man. I mean, I leave that to the young boys.
Oh, beautiful. That was beautiful.
Those punches hurt.
For sure.
10 seconds.
All right, let me get back to Cassius. Cassius, we have George Foster from the UK. He says, how do you see Deontay Wilder's chances of overturning his heavy defeat to Tyson Fury?
I've met Tyson. I know Tyson better than Wilder, but I'm going to go with the American soil, man. And I do think Wilder is smart enough to make the changes. I want to believe that he's smart. He can make the changes if he's willing to listen and change, you know. And I'm gonna go with the American soil because the guys in the UK, they go with the UK soil. So I think Wilder can do it. I don't know if he can really like beat him on points, but I do think he can try to like, you know, because it was a drastic difference in that first fight to the second. His energy is something, whatever it was off, you know. So maybe he just need to go back to the drawing board, and maybe the loss helped him, you know. So we'll see.
Now, when you say you know him, have you sparred him?
Fury?
No, Wilder.
No. I know Fury. I've been with Fury for 2 months, so I'm familiar with Fury more than Wilder. But I'm gonna go with the American soil and just say that Wilder's smart enough and he's humble enough to change. You know, it's up to him.
So we had multiple Fury sparring partners. We just had Jared Anderson, who obviously Bob Arum was accrediting the most. Like, oh, he's the reason that you know, Fury did what he did to Wilder. It's Jared Anderson, the real big baby. And we had Steve Cunningham, who spent 2 camps with Fury and fought Fury. And Guido Viganella, who's also been in camp with Fury and sparred Fury. Who else? It was another up-and-coming heavyweight. I think it's the guy from Iceland, the heavyweight from Iceland, Christensen something. I'm sorry. But that being said, all those guys say that he trains like a welterweight. Like, they've never seen any heavyweight train like him. Is that true? Does he train that much?
Who? Fury?
Fury.
I mean, he trains for him. You know what I mean? He don't.
What's
I won't
that
say
mean?
that. I mean,
can you elaborate? What's that mean?
He don't run hard. You know what I mean? He jogs. He kind of like walks. But I mean, he don't spar too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, Cassius. That he don't run hard and he got that type of stamina?
Cause he does spar a lot, but he understands his body that's why it's a sweet science, I guess. Like, he knows himself, so he does spar a lot, but it's not like he's so busy in sparring, like he's trying to like just gun be in a war. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but he does whatever he can do for him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it works. It works for him. So.
All right. Well, buddy, We have James Benitez for you who says, Buddy, I respect you, but how can you really put Pac-Man over Floyd Mayweather? Floyd's career was the essence of greatness. Just trying to understand your thoughts.
When did I put Pac-Man over Mayweather?
I think we had another conversation here where we were discussing who had the better career, and you said Pacquiao. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't say you said. I can't say you said.
Okay. But now, if that's the question, the better career and the better fight is two different scenarios. So, Mr. Benitez, I mean, as far as fighters, I say Floyd's a better fighter. Better career, I got to say Pacquiao.
All right.
I mean, it's not Floyd's fault that, there wasn't that many good fighters around when Floyd fought them. I mean, most of them were past their prime, except Canelo. You know what I mean? Cotto was, De La Hoya was, and Pacquiao was. So, I think maybe he got the question wrong. But as far as skill-wise, I go with Floyd over Pacquiao. Career-wise, I got to go with Pacquiao. He fought, Eric Morales twice, Marquez. He fought a lot of good fighters.
So, Cassius, what do you say is the biggest? I don't want to say change or difference, but I guess what you think you've learned or what stuck out the most since the change, not only from trainer but environment and just even the sparring partners are different. It's different down there.
Probably the details of I get way more nervous sparring than I do when I fight, and it's weird. And I think one of the things he does is sort of like Coach McGirt. When I was in Cali, I could ask him a question. I asked him a few questions, and he told me his feedback. And that's how Herman is. We can talk. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of understands every fighter is different. You got to approach them different. So maybe in sparring, just just the details of bending my knees and, catching guys coming in and things like that, understanding that I'm a big guy and being a big guy, you know what I'm saying? And it's translating, I think.
How much is the weather helping you? I like to convince myself that if I moved to Florida, I would jog more because the weather's so much more inviting to come outside. I know the humidity could get hot, but as a fighter, you want to sweat.
I don't do well in real hot heat. I overheat fast, but I would say the mental aspect is helping me. I can get up in the morning and I feel good. I still got to stretch, but honestly, I know I'm good enough. I'm warmed up enough to just go run or run at night and things like that. So from that standpoint, it's better than running in the cold. But yeah, it gets hot, man. It's you gotta be mentally, ready for that.
But you don't feel like you're able, I don't know, to eat more or be a little looser with the diet because that gym is hot. You walk in, you start sweating. Working out, you're dripping.
Yeah. I'm on a strict diet. When I'm down there, we got a meal thing that I do, and they bring the food over for 3 of us, and I'm okay with that. I like having that type of structure, so yes. I'm okay with the food aspect of it. As far as for me to go eat something bad, I got to go out and get it, and I'm not trying to go out because it's just too hot. So I'd rather just eat what I got to eat.
Yeah, you that type. You don't want to go out because it's too hot. Let me get to Buddy. Buddy, we got looks like King Amin Essex says peace chant. You wilding about Shakur, but I respect your opinion, and I don't have any question. But you should know that I've previously quoted you for one of my TBV battle bars. I'll definitely have more material to use with you with what you're saying today. So just some love. Definitely don't agree on that, Shakur. But it's like I said, Buddy got to say that's his fighter, man. We want to see that fight, though, now, Buddy. Y'all going to have to cash that check.
Listen. See, I can't reveal what it is, but I'm not knocking Shakur's skills. We all know he can fight. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But you got to do more to be able to fight to win. You got to be able to do more than just fight. You need more inside you than just skill.
Buddy, I gotta ask.
Are you saying you see something in Shakur?
He been said that. He sound like Mikey Garcia.
But I know that's.
but damn, Mike, you cut me off. Oh, buddy, I gotta ask. Shakur really came at your fighter, right? He was like, bruh, wasn't that you on the sideline? That could never be me. Nobody gonna be sparring in my gym doing this, that, and the third. Like, what did you think about that? Should it have been Blue Nose in the ring with Gervonta since that's his gym because you're his trainer and, that's your fighter? Like, should it... That don't
even make no sense. That don't even make no sense.
I mean,
what does that have to do with anything?
Because you got a dude coming from another gym. You got a dude coming from another gym dogging fighters in your gym. If Blue Nose is the top dog in your gym, he should feel like that's his home.
Made up. Red Catch does not train at my gym.
Exactly my point. So Blue Nose is like, yo, that's not a representation of Buddy McGirt's gym. I am.
No. Listen. Gervonta had set that up with Red Catch a couple of days before. The meeting point was my gym. See, they came there. He came there with intentions on boxing Gervonta. Gervonta came there with intentions on boxing Red Catch. They called me and says, can we spar your gym? Sure. And that's what they did. They came and they sparred at the gym. So that ain't got nothing to do with Blue Nose.
Nothing.
What does that have to do with Blue Nose? So Shakur's saying that. Don't nobody else spar in their gym?
Nah, he's saying ain't nobody else gonna go ham in his gym. You ain't gonna be taking tack in his gym. That's what he's saying.
He said nobody be sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, sitting on the side.
But that don't even.
Yeah, but that was a prearranged thing.
Bruh, you don't get it. No, it's a competitive thing, buddy. He trying to say they in there getting that work. I'm not just gonna be sitting on the side. I want some. That's because to you, it's a macho thing. To them, that's the office. That's their business. Nah, to Shakur,
they gotta go handle business.
To Shakur, it's a competitive thing.
Well, then.
Chaney,
what you think? It's just all bullshit.
All right, we'll see. Chaney.
Thing has nothing to.
Chaney's a fighter. Chaney, I want to put it in your situation. Either down there in Miami or in Uptown, if a heavyweight walks into your gym, I don't know, let's say, I ain't going to put no name because that would make it strange.
Like two random heavyweights.
Hold it. You got to give them
the fight.
Give them the give them the scenario. Two heavyweights make arrangements to train at your gym and spar.
And they
That's how it went down.
Not
like.
Hey, Chaney, but they
it's not like Gervonta came in and said, give me him.
They in there going ham, going live. You know what I'm saying? The whole world talking about your gym. Meanwhile, they ain't talking about you. They talking about two dudes don't even go to your gym.
You acting like Tank is Shogun and he just kicked in the door to the movie theater and he's like, I'm going to take them all off.
Hey, Chaney, what you think, man? Somebody, you walk into your gym with your bag, they in there, getting it in like, what? You ain't sit. Hey, you just gonna sit, or you like, yo, let me get a few rounds. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I would probably want a few rounds. I would want a few rounds, but that's
we fighters.
At the same, but if they planned it and all that stuff, and if they planned it and they got that little own beef going on. I might,
bro. I still want
I might
rounds.
be an instigator too.
Yeah,
I might
me too.
Be an instigator.
Me
I
too.
would want a few rounds, but I might be an instigator.
And
if it was Fury and Wilder, I might be like, you know what, this might be entertaining.
Chaney, let me ask you from this point, right? You walk into the gym and you see two sexy names sparring. I just want some because they on that level. I need that work from Gervonta. I need that work from Ivan. You know, not you. I mean, you were 18 and something. But whoever would be in the heavyweight division on their level, respectively in your career. You would want to spar hypothetically a Carlos Takam or hypothetically a Dillian White because you soaking in information and learning. Like, plus it's competition. So see, buddy, you wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to tell you why I'm not.
Go ahead.
Adam just fought 3 weeks ago. He just fought 3 weeks ago. So why would I put him in the ring with Gervonta or Red Cat?
So that's different. That's different. You got to say, my fight is still recovering.
Right.
All right, that's different. But
so why would I put him? Why would I put him in there with them? That would be stupid of me to put him in there with them.
I mean, it would have been phenomenal work, though, right? Has Blue Nose ever sparred Gervonta?
No, but he did spar Lomachenko.
All right, but Lomachenko ain't hitting like Gervonta. So for my fighter,
okay,
again,
I will put it to you like this.
Again, but I would have controlled it different. I'm not saying what took place. I'm not saying what took place is what I would have wanted my fighter in.
That was the first time Gervonta ever came to the gym to spar. You know, he's never ever came to the gym ever.
Even more,
Adam will spar anybody.
Even more reason why I want Adam to get that once in a lifetime work. Come on, coach. Let's go, champ. Come on.
You just said it. Hold it. You just said it yourself.
Yeah, he needs to recover.
You just saw Adam's last fight.
Yeah, he needs to recover. I know. I get you. But you see where Shakur and Chaney are coming from. It's a competitive thing. But we're going to give you a softball. We went hard on Buddy right there. We're going to Steve in Chicago. Steve in Chicago said, thank you for coming on the show. You always provide insightful interviews. I appreciate you. Your real talk. So, damn, no question, just showing you love. Because, see, they love you on here, buddy. I'm telling you, they've been telling me to get you as a weekly host. I'm like, come on, man. Buddy's a world-renowned Hall of Famer. Come on. We going to get him when we can.
But you know what, though? But you're never too big for your fans, man.
And
once you feel you're too big for your fans, when you're too big for your fans, then it's time for you to get out the game.
And we just happy that you give us the opportunity, man. But back to Chaney. So obviously Negron turned things around with his last little win. You know, he's back in there. I didn't think he was gonna beat Robert Alfonso. Like, I thought coming from the Wilder camp, getting that every day, because Alfonso is an in-house sparring partner for Wilder, and he's a Cuban. Negron stepped it up, and now you in there with Negron. How has that been, and what are you picking up from him? He's from Puerto Rican descent, obviously, so he brings something totally different to the game as well.
I'm picking up just the details and things like that, because obviously he's been in the ring with Ortiz for Wilder and things like that. And he's a little taller than me, so I have to approach him differently when sparring. So, but he's a good boxer. You know what I mean? It's weird because he's a hell of a boxer. Like, and I guess as an amateur, he came up in every weight class. You know, as an amateur, which is rare. So, just learning from him. Every time he sees me, man.
I think he told me he started at like 130, bro. I couldn't believe it when I met him. Insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Every time he sees me, though, he's like, you champion. So, you know, he likes me, and it's always good, you know, just us sparring and learning. I'm learning from him.
Yo, have you gotten to spar Tyrone Sponge? He's down there in Miami, but he trains with Pedro Diaz. Anytime you guys mix? Because I know Lewis uses the track out there.
I know him.
Oh, you know Tyrone?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I know him just from passing in Miami, and he saw that I was there, and he shot me his number. We haven't had a chance to link up because of all this Corona stuff.
Yeah.
But I saw him at the track because we run at that same track in that park. You know, he's cool. He's a cool dude.
What do you think? Look at me. They say I look like him, or he looks like me. I'm older than him.
Yeah, y'all do kind of look alike a little bit. For real. I do. Yeah, y'all definitely favor each other for sure.
Yo, I want you to get that work. I'm interested to see how that was. I wanted that Anthony Joshua fight with him so bad, and he tested positive, man. But I'm going to switch back to Buddy. Buddy, we got, this is, Tracy always tells me what's his screen name, but I don't know. We're going to go with Tracy for right now. It's not a girl, it's a guy. And he said, did Blue Nose get in? Oh, no, you answered that. He said, did Blue Nose get in there with Tank? So we'll move to the next one. Boston Jared says, is Canelo Alvarez considered a great fighter by his peers or just a great payday, buddy? Ooh, good question.
Is he considered a great fighter by his peers? Or is he a great payday? Well, by his peers and the great payday, I think it's pretty much they vote him as the great because they want to fight him. They want to get that money. You know what I mean? I mean, he is one of the best right now. I mean, he has his flaws like anybody else, and he hasn't. I mean, the only guy that really exposed him was Floyd. So, you know, I mean, it's 50 to me. It's 50-50. But I have a question before we get off. The next time you have me on, I didn't forget our last conversation about the old school fighters. So I got some questions for you when I come back.
Uh-oh. You gonna make me do some homework?
Oh, he threw down the gauntlet.
You know I'm not a history guy. I'm the last 12-year guy. Like, you know, I could go deeper,
well, I'm gonna give you,
but I can't go black and white, man. I never even watch Raging Bull. I'm a technology dude. If it ain't 1080p and above, you know, at least a curved screen. Like, I'm very audio and visual bougie. Like, I can't watch old tape. I can't even listen, buddy, I don't even do 480p. Every week, you know, for our most loyal listeners, we go back and review one fight that they choose every Tuesday. It's called Film Study Tuesday. If they send me a 480p link, I'm done. We ain't doing it. No way. I spent too much money on cable. Bro, 480p is like grainy looking footage. Like footage that HBO legendary nights fights that are on YouTube at this point that it look like they've been shot through a potato or something. No, I need a digital camera, 1080p, beautiful link. I want to see the hook. I want to see the dude pivoting. I want to see the little intricacies of the fighter. And you can't do that with bad footage. You just can't learn with bad footage. I mean, I can learn from you. I can learn from you, though, Coach. You can. I sink it in. Even though I challenge you, it's for radio. I definitely do not think I know more than you. I appreciate every time you come on here and you teach us.
No. You know something, though? Because sometimes you hit me with shit. I gotta really, really think about it.
And well, they say iron sharpens iron. That's me patting myself on the back.
So we got. Yeah, I mean, but hey, Mr. Chaney, man, I want to say to you, good luck to you in the future, my brother. Keep your eye on the prize, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't start wearing silk pajamas and sleeping on silk sheets. Because it's hard to get up when you're sleeping like that.
Hungry.
That's what Marvin Hagler said. Because once you start doing that, you can't get up in the morning.
Thank you.
I mean, so handle your business.
But buddy, you sound like you sound like you gotta go, so we're gonna go ahead and let you cut out, man. We do appreciate you.
Hey, listen, you know what happened? I was in the shower, and then Rachel said, "Do you need to get dressed to get on the radio show?" I'm like, "I don't need to get dressed. I'm talking on the radio."
Yo, so we got our first interview with Buddy in the tower, man. Dear Buddy, we want to thank you obviously for coming on, man. We appreciate your time, bro. I'll give out your social media, but once again, man, thank you, and obviously, thank you to Rachel. Cassius, we're gonna go ahead and I mean, I am pretty much done. I just really wish that news was true. I thought that somehow Main Events worked out a co-promotion. I wanted to see you on these bubble fights. There's so many heavyweights on Top Rank too. Like, you know, either direction that, you know, you can fight on, like whether it's a PBC network, you know, and what I mean by that is Showtime or Fox or Dazn with Eddie and Golden Boy, or even Top Rank. Like, they all got a good stable for you to make a name for yourself. But right now, ESPN is popping, and, you know, they giving guys fights. I was hoping they at least called you to do some type of business, man, being as though you were heavyweight.
Nah, nothing has happened yet. You know, I'm waiting to find out. And like I said, I don't mind, man. I don't even care, man. At this point, like I'll fight. I just want to fight, you know. And
Definitely.
I haven't fought since November, so I do feel like, hey, man, get me in there. You know, just let me get my feet wet, and then toss me a take cam or Fedosov or Forrest or I like Oscar Rivas too. I think at some point that's a good fight for me once I get my feet
Rumor
wet and mature a few months. There's some good fights out there that make sense.
rumor is Oscar Rivas and Takam going next.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I could. That's gonna be an interesting fight, man, because their styles are totally different. It's
Very
like
different.
yeah, it's like it's totally different, and I think that's what messed Forrest up, right? Because Forrest was training for Big Baby Miller.
Yep.
And Big Baby is gonna come forward. Then you fight Takam, and next thing you know, Takam kind of made Forrest walk him forward.
Yep.
Push him back, and I think it threw Jerry
Bruh.
Forrest off, man. It was like,
It's crazy.
if you don't got the money.
I literally said that, like, yo, Jerry needs to let Takam come to him instead of trying to walk him down. We were saying that. We were watching it live and calling the fights. And, man, I'm so happy you said that because, I thought that's what he should do. He should, because every time he walked them down, like, they would just collide. He wasn't accurate.
Yeah.
It wasn't
He's
working,
taking that
man.
head and the fist.
Bruh, Chaney, he came on here and talked so much shit. Listen, I still love him. But he talked so much. He said, bruh,
Oh, he convinced us that he was the only one working.
Listen to me. He made me feel like I need to take a mortgage out. That he was gonna be Big Baby. He made me feel like he was about to be Big Baby. He's like, bruh, yo, Wilder don't let me back in camp. I be giving it to him. Big Baby, he told us Big Baby was hot before he popped. He like, I know he hot right now. I don't care. I'm gonna show y'all these heavyweights don't work. Heavyweights get away with being big. I'm out here working for real. I'm like, yo, you from North Carolina, and people say they build records and all. He like, nah, I'm trying to show y'all, and then he ain't let his hands go. I'm like, damn, Jerry, come on.
I mean, I will say this. I do feel like because his size, he obviously got to work hard. He came in, he looked good, like he worked hard. But it's like, I mean, when you ain't got the means, I mean, is it a team thing? Does your team say, nah, we don't take this fight because you don't got the means to get the sparring that you need in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it was, right? So, like, it's a tricky situation for a guy like him versus a guy like Takam that has the money and the means to kind of, get proper sparring, get that southpaw to come in that's similar to Forrest more than Forrest can get similar to Takam. So it was like a tricky situation. But I'm not with all the talking, like all that trash talking, especially, Takam tough, man. He all right. You know what I'm saying? You can arguably say he shouldn't have got stopped against Joshua.
Word.
That was a home cooking stoppage,
Gift
Yeah.
season.
Hey, real quick, Catch, let me ask you, who do you favor in that Rivas tackle fight?
Sound like Takam. He been giving Takam hella credit since he came on.
Yeah, I mean, because they so similar in size, I'm going to say...
I think Rivas is short, man.
Rivas is shorter, I think.
I met him. He big as a house,
small,
though,
man.
but he's short.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's small, but watch this. He is stocky up top, but I feel like I can get stocky like that up top because I can put on weight. But with Takam, what he showed me in that last fight, if you don't got good legs, that springy stuff that he was doing is going to cause you a problem.
Yep.
And I think Oscar Rivas, he's so compact and he walking forward. I think Takam can throw him off a little bit, just a little bit.
We have James Benitez that says, heard you was a two-sport athlete, and I know it definitely helps with footwork. Do you still hoop with Son? Who is Son? Or is that the school?
I think he's asking the Connecticut Sun, like
okay.
the WNBA girls. Yeah, I do sometimes just to help them out. But right now they're in the bubble in Orlando.
Do you think that that's helped you with stamina, or do you think that once you started transitioning into boxing, running, the traditional boxing, quote unquote, stamina workouts work better as a fighter?
It's both because like with basketball, I think it keeps your reflexes good. Like you got to know, you still got to be smart with guys that's banging you, trying to push you and things like that. But I think the boxing workouts are a lot better because like, if I want to go jog, I'm gonna go jog. That's what it is. If I want to sprint, I'm gonna sprint. It's not a lot of jumping and sprinting and
Ooh, Skype.
sliding. Is different on your body.
So there's never a time, and I'm just doing this from my own personal data. Like, there's never a time when you're like, damn, I need to run, but let me just go play a couple full court games. You didn't hear that, Cassius?
You gotta be careful. If I'm in Baltimore, I'm around pros. Like, I can go to the gym and hoop with a bunch of overseas guys and NBA guys, something like that. But in Connecticut, not that many pro basketball players that stay here, so I gotta be careful from that standpoint. I'm not planning to just pick up.
Bet. We got another one coming from that one white boy in. Oh, he already asked you what I asked you. He said, that one white boy in Texas says, Chaney, do you think Sponge and Ness look alike? But you already said, yeah. A lot of people say that. Yeah, for
sure.
But listen, man, I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on. Please give out your social media for anybody that isn't following you can do so. And, yeah, man, the minute anything shakes up, let us know. Keep us posted. Really happy to hear that, you're all the way in Miami staying focused and receiving great work, man, and just upping the game, man. Future looking bright, champ. Future looking bright.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. You can, find me at Cassius Chaney on any of the social media sites, man. I'm happy that you admitted that when you walk in that gym, you start sweating, because I tell people that and they think I'm joking when I tell them, like, yo, man, I be overheating, man. Like, I was dehydrated the first 2 weeks. I was like super dehydrated.
Bruh, I walked in there with a camera and my camera bag over my back, and immediately I start sweating. I had to take off the backpack because my back was sweating. I left to buy water. You know what I mean? Nah, it's hot in there. It is hot in there. And I seen them rooms. You know what? I ain't even gonna end it. I was gonna ask, did you rent? Oh, you in the car? Damn, that's a dumb question. Cause that's what I was gonna say. Once that gym door closes, what do you do? Like,
I just chill and I watch. Like, I'm gonna tell you something I was watching, and this may sound crazy. That show For Life. That jail show.
Yeah.
I was watching that because I'm like, this is like, dog, I need something to watch where I can just stay
you
just stay with it, bro. Like, I'm like, damn, if he can get through this, what he doing, that dude and that story, I'm like, man, I can go ahead and do this, man. It ain't nothing. Man.
So I
was on that heavy.
Let me make this a little more interesting. What sort of a sacrifice is it for you? And I mean, are you leaving a wife in Connecticut? Are you leaving children somewhere in Baltimore? Like, or are you single and this is okay at this point in your life?
Yeah, no wife, no kids.
Wow.
I'm just able to focus on training.
Oh my God, you are in a beautiful position, champ.
That
that's great. That's great to be able to leave and not have any mental stress. Because if you had a girl back home or a kid back home, and you in this 6x10, like, I don't even know when I gotta fight. Why am I even doing this? I miss my lady, but nah, you on grind mode. I love it. I hope someone hears this, because let me tell you, they always listening. Bob is always on this show. I hope someone hears this and gets you a fight, because you at least staying busy. And right now, not a lot of people staying busy, champ. It's hard to get in the gym because of the COVID situation. So just, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming on. We definitely want to get you back, man. And keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys, man.
Nah, I appreciate you, man.
My bad for the late thing, man.
Nah, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna keep Skype. I'm gonna keep Skype on my phone now.
For sure,
That's
man.
What's up.
Yeah, we'll get you back. As soon as you got something, man. Anything shakes, we want you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brother.
That Charlo Derevyanchenko fight is gonna be a good fight, man.
Who you picking?
Know. It's gonna be a good fight. Who would I pick? I gotta go with the soil, man. I like Charlo.
Mm-hmm.
I like they got like I compare it to myself with sort of like they got, you know what I'm saying? They awkwardly strong. Sometimes they gonna get you, sometimes they not, but you know they can punch.
Mm-hmm. Now
They got that pop.
the media are kind of make it out to seem like this is Charlo's step up. I feel like, wow, he beat K9, who was a champ. He beat Austin, who was a former champ. And then he beat Julian Williams, who became a unified champ. Like, it's a little weird that they saying this is a step up for him.
I think I don't think it's a step up, but it's a step up in timing where Sergey, his first name is Sergey, right?
Yeah.
He's fought good competition at the right time, meeting Charlo. So in a weird way, they can say it's a step up because versus if he didn't fight Danny Jacobs and Golovkin, then it would just be a regular fight, right? But he went the distance with those guys. He probably beat Golovkin on that night, and now he's fighting Charlo. So kind of it is like a step up, I guess.
Well, all right, champ. They're asking for your social media in the chat, so if you haven't given that out, give it out. And I want to thank you once again for coming on the show, and we'll be getting you back on soon, man. And enjoy the rest of your time out there. Dog, take it Miami.
Safe, bro.
Take it. You got to go to the beach. Don't stay in. Make your jogs on the beach at least. Enjoy that weather, man. You going to get ripped.
I'm a little nervous about the beaches, man.
Yeah, don't go. Don't go.
Listen,
don't go.
You know how to socially distance. You staying away from people. You going to get your run on the boardwalk. You're not going to really I'm just saying, soak in that sun, that environment, because you could get chiseled out there with that type of cardio.
Oh yeah,
you could come back home or ready for TV fight, looking like the new Oscar Rivas. He looking like he looking like a little action figure.
Yeah, you're right. That's how I'm preparing to look for my next fight, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna be ready.
Well, Mr. Chaney, man, you already know, man. We appreciate your time. We'll catch you on the next one, and enjoy the rest of your day, brother.
Thank you, man. Peace out. Stay safe, fellas.
Later. You too, man.
There you have it, guys. Cassius Chaney. Really happy we were able to get that, even though it went a little bit over the normal time. We're going to open up these phone lines. Hope you guys enjoyed both interviews. Buddy McGirt, last minute notice, coming on, answering those questions, and
coming on in a towel, bro. Like,
coming on in a towel.
He really did it for us.
Yeah, man. I love the guy, but I did put in the request to have that Skype app added to his phone so we could get that popping. So next time he's in a towel, we get to show y'all. I'm joking. But let me get to sponsors and we're going to open this up.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show and ensures great, fantastic interviews. We're going out to Trey in the Bay. Buenos dias. What up?
You can't call me on guard, man. I didn't even expect you to come to me first. Just listening, though.
All right.
Get my boomerang stump on if you don't.
All right. James Benitez, what up?
Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, it's been a damn good show this morning, man. We appreciate the content, man, as always, man. But, to the topic of the day, man, where you're talking about Derevyanchenko versus Charlo, man. Derevyanchenko went the distance with 2 better fighters than Charlo's resume, to be honest, man. So how can it not be like how Chaney said, not really a step up, but it's a damn good fight. Charlo, he did make J-Rock pretty much a meme, so I really want to see what he could possibly do with Derevyanchenko, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that fight probably go the distance, and shit. I'll probably still pick Charlo in that, man. But I'm just ready to see some good boxing.
For sure, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Keem, you rocking out or you out there working like always, champ? Let me see. Damn, Keem said he ain't see the post. Keem, what up with you, man? Y'all got to get them notifications right. And I posted it multiple times in the YouTube chat just to refresh. But let me go to Keem. It looks like he might be ready.
I open the door for audiences in all of sports to go back to the way it was in Jesus' name. Amen. It's done. The fight, I'm making $10 million. I'm not really worried about what he making on him.
I believe
That's why you gonna see in Jesus' name. Amen. With Earl Smith.
Man, you're not fighting no shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Yo, what up, y'all? Good morning.
What up?
Not much, man. Hey, when I put that question in the chat, it wasn't there was no post on Patreon yet. I got the notification probably like 5 minutes later.
Buddy?
Yeah.
Remember I said I was gonna hold out till I got them thumbs up right. But the Chaney,
okay. I didn't hear the beginning of the show, man.
The Chaney was there.
Yeah, that was good interviews this morning, man. Buddy was wilding though, talking about Adam would beat Shakur. I don't know about all that. He also thought Gotti would beat Mayweather, right? I mean, it is his fighter, so I guess this is how he's got to do it. But as far as the Derevyanchenko Charlo fight, it's a good fight, man. I don't agree with it being a step up in competition for Charlo. I think he's fought better fighters than Derevyanchenko already. It's kind of staying on track. You know what I mean? With where he needs to be fighting, not fighting bums, fighting some good competition. But I wouldn't consider it a step up. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Good show.
All right. You know, the more I think of it, it is a tough fight. So I can see that whole step up aspect, but I feel like, it
is a tough fight. Yeah, it's a very tough fight. But listen, I'm okay if you want to call it like a step up, like from where he's been recently. And even if like you want to talk about specifically in the middleweight division, like what kind of opponent this represents. Yes, it's a step up in those aspects. But like people use the word step up like disrespectfully sometimes. And so that's kind of how I initially took it with the comments on Twitter. It was just like they're trying to make it out to be like Jermall's never fought no one. And that's just not the truth. This isn't his first time in the light. Like this, he's not gonna be overshadowed by the big stage. Like, this dude is the A side of the fight. Like it's a step up, but at the same time, it's a step up in the sense of, the direction he could have been going or where he is going. But, this is just the best fight I think we could get at this time. Like, I can't imagine a better fight being signed, during this C19 era. Like, if you even think about White Povetkin, like, that fight was already set before all this happened. Derevyanchenko Charlo is a fight that manifested within, let's call it the bubble of limitation, in promoting. And so, man, what a great fight that they got us set for.
Yo, you know what I didn't get to touch on with Chaney, man, when he said, yo, I get nervous when I spar, man. I wanted to ask how he works with that, because damn if that don't happen to me every single time. We going out to the king of the streets of Essex.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
TBV always coming with the great content. Good morning, fellas.
What up?
Morning.
You see Buddy giving me some more material, talking crazy. I don't know, but you got to respect it, man. It's like, he has such a deep knowledge of the game. But somebody asked a question. I want to touch on this right quick. They said, was it a new technique to take your fighter, to have your fighter?
Ruin the 504 asked that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I think we might be missing. And this speaks to all of why we got Buddy on the line. It's no gas in the tank Davis, because when you got a fragile fighter, and a good coach wouldn't do it, which is the reason why Calvin Homeboy's sitting back, because his psyche's so fragile, you're going to go to the gym and beat up on Ivan Redcatch. Why don't you just make weight and fight who you supposed to fight in front of you and get rid of them? Like, this proves nothing. He's actually worse than Ryan Garcia in my mind. Like, it's just ridiculous, yo. It's classless. Completely classless. So instead of degrading what Charlo's doing, starting his own promotional company, taking good fights, yo, throw Tank under the bus. This is a good fight for Charlo, not a step up.
I hear you, champ. I hear you, man. I didn't like what I saw either. We're going out the silverback. You know what a silverback is, Mario? One of the most fiercest gorillas out there, all right? They ducking this man too. I might have to twist your arm. Who you fighting this week?
I ain't fighting nobody.
I might have to twist your arm, man.
I'm sitting back and waiting for my mandatory.
Everybody ducking this man.
I know
Silverback, what it do?
Man, what it do, bro? Shout out to the TBV universe, man. Pardon the background noise. I'm at work.
Silverback, I'm gonna give you extra time because I gotta ask, man. If Mario gave you a shot, is you gonna give him credit, or you gonna try to run with the Are you gonna try and run with the excuse that you was Canelo and Mayweather took you on early? Cause you ain't got no wins yet.
Ain't no excuses, bro.
No, I mean you ain't got no wins. So technically, the people might say that, like, oh, you fought an 0-0 fighter.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if he was to beat me, he beat me. That's all it is to it, man. It's either you win or you lose. So in this boxing bar battle, I ain't making no excuses. But you know what? It's up to me to make the people believers. If I don't come that hard, I don't come that hot with what I got, then you know what? I'm supposed to take that L. Skip all that. Oh, the home crowd. Oh, when that's said. Oh, what the commission does. Nah, skip all that, man. The onus is on you to make your bar so hot, so hard that the people can't deny it. And that's what Silverback is here to do.
And that's why we signed you see, because you ain't making excuses and worrying about commissions and all that. And that's what I'm talking about. I think I'm gonna have to have a long talk with Mario, man. Mario ain't doing nothing this week, man. We gonna have to assess this one. But let me ring this bell again and get your boxing call on, champ. That was Boxing Bars Talk. If that sounded foreign to you, then you need to join us on Saturdays at 10 a.m. as Mario continues his winning streak, which is 7-0 right now. 6 title defenses. Money May Munguia ranked number 1. King Amin of Exis ranked Moneymaker Munguia is the champion. Amin is actually number 1. Dumi number 2. And so on and so forth. I pull up that. Oh, here we go. Let me just give everybody a shout out. Dumi number 2. Info Joe number 3. Izzy, who's retired, number 4. Idris of the UK. Also ECP number 5. Cash Weezy number 6. Greatness Harlem number 7. And Sony, the commission, moves up to number 8, Stainless ECP from Detroit. Number 9, JP Long Beach. Number 10, and Silverback, they got you at 11, even though you ain't got no wins and losses just yet. But what it do, man? Talk boxing with us.
Oh, man. Hey, excellent interview this morning, man. Always love to hear that boy Buddy McGirt get on and give his take on everything, man. Hey, either one of those fights, whether it's Canelo or Derevyanchenko, or Canelo and Charlo, or Charlo and Derevyanchenko, man, all of those are good fights to me. And I'm trying to see all of them, man. Every single one of them, man. Hey, shout out to TBV Universe. Hey, y'all go ahead and get on Patreon, man, and build this thing up. Before I go, one last thing. Idris, we are here now. Your style has been weighed in the balance, and you have been found lacking. An L awaits you, bro. All hail Silverback. All hail ECP. And we out.
Damn. So he want that Idris smoke, too. I mean, is that an all-fair conversation with Mario, or should we talk to Mario about possible voluntary? I don't know, man. I don't know. Now we gonna hold out.
That's an all-fair conversation.
We're gonna hold out
there
on that one. We're gonna hold out on that one, man. But let's move on to Steve. Steve in Chicago, man. Thank you for dropping in the kind words to Buddy. Always helps for the guests to know that they're enjoyed by the listeners. What is going on? Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, you know, with Derevyanchenko, you know what I think? I think it's like, what have you done for me lately? So they saw what he did against Triple G, and they're just saying that, you know, he's a tough fight, which it'll be a good fight compared to what we've been getting. So, yeah, I'm with you. Like, I don't think he's all that, and it's not like Jermall hasn't been up against tough competition, but I think just in this environment, they need something to prop up the fight. That's all I think the media is doing. They need to sell it like that, and who knows, man? Charlo wins this. There could be big things for him down the road. I think this could propel him to maybe he could get Triple G if he can't get Canelo, and that would be good for him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Agreed.
That's why I think they're kind of cornering it.
Mario, you there?
Yeah, yo, shout out to KD in the chat. He said, show Mario Money the bag for the voluntary. This is week off. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I know. You could take a week off, or you can do a voluntary and stay busy and keep creating history.
Bruh,
Listen to me.
I want to dress nice, show up to the fight, sit ringside, look at them fight.
But listen, you gotta think strategically. You understand? You can show up nice, dress for the fight, and not fight, and not build a legendary legacy. First of all, you're 7-0 at this point. If you keep racking up wins, it don't matter who wins what, they still have to say your name in the same sentence because they haven't beat your record. It don't matter. When you lose, someone still has to get to your streak. Can they? You setting the bar right now. By taking off a week.
Point.
By taking off a week, all you're doing is giving Amin an opportunity to catch up because he's already 4-0, 3-0? He's on your heels.
3-0.
He on your heels, and he active. And what do the public like? Activity. Go ahead and show up to the fight with your little Gucci and your Prada shoes so people could think that you're sleeping on silk sheets. Or you could get in the mud. You could get in the mud with the 0-0 fighters, and they're like, damn, Mario out here taking on prospects too? Yeah, no one's safe in Mario's world. You could be number 1 or you could be number 10. We gonna hit you with the same flow. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I mean, I'm just trying to set a plan for each of my fighters, and I see you with this 7-0, 6 title defenses. That right there, like, you need to be shooting to be the Gennady or the B-Hop of I was about to call it Border Wars because I'm fucking dying to get in the ring. Of battle boxing balls. Like, imagine you could get to 20 defenses. You're like B-Hop.
Bro,
like,
it
don't matter. It don't matter when you lose because you will always know. Oh, nah, but remember, Mario had 20 defenses before he lost. You know what I mean? You already at 6. That's only 14 away. I don't see that as hard,
Nah.
But anyway, let's get to Stone Bone Boxing. What up?
Hey, I don't know, man. When you talk to Buddy, man, it'd be funny. It'd be like talking to your old uncle that try to tell you baseball's still the number 1 sport and shit. Like, you need to go watch. I mean, it's one of those, man. It's entertaining and it's good for your mind, man. It help you it puts you in a better space, man. Sometimes boxing be getting complicated, and he give you a little bit to laugh at. I just look at it like the Derevyanchenko. I just look at it like Al still got, even though them dudes is fighting on the zone, they still dealing with Al. So if the finances ain't there right now for Canelo versus him, why not go after Charlo? If he give a close fight with Charlo, he's not going to lose no more clout than he lost with a close fight with Golovkin or a close fight with Danny Jacobs.
Yo, you there, Mario?
I'm here.
You're muted.
I heard him go off.
No,
he cut.
Oh, it was Skype.
It was Skype. Damn.
Literally Skype this time, not the computer. Skype itself reset, so that'll be back quick. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Stone Bone. We lost you at, he literally.
You say you lost me where?
When you said the word literally.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Al kind of feel like he owed.
Oh,
Charlo.
that's what you said, bro. You said he literally won't lose anything.
Oh no, yeah, he won't lose much clout. You know, it's like if you put up a good fight and a loss, look at his position now. Like you said, he had the 2 fights he lost. He got mentioned for Canelo off of losses.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna lose too much clout. If he were to lose to Charlo, he still will fall back in that Canelo sweepstakes.
He in a
Because
great
listen to the man
position.
they're talking now.
Yo, he in a great position. His options are a super fight with Canelo. And I don't mean he's the super fight. I mean, for him, that's the super fight. That's the biggest thing. So he's been offered Canelo, and his consolation prize is a title shot. Like, that's crazy. He's
That's
super
like
lucky.
That's like when you walk in there, he say, "Well, I was gonna give you the G-Wagon, but you can have the Range Rover." You know, it's like you just go get the G-Wagon in Canelo, but we got a Range Rover for you in Charlo. So he in a great position, man. That's all I gotta say about that one.
Yep, I agree. TJ, you available or you just listening? Which we always appreciate. Anybody who takes out, their work day to use us, to be in their ear, to get through work a little easier, even if it's your jogs, your runs, your workouts, whatever the case may be. TJ looks ready. What it do?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, great interview. I was glad. Hey, man, I appreciate you really getting them on, man, because I really wanted to know that. We was talking about it in the back channel, and I was like, what? And I'm really glad that y'all be about that. They're not gonna give him his credit because I really believe that he gonna stop Derevyanchenko. I really do, and I think that they ain't gonna give him his credit even after that. Like, you see, I don't know if y'all been on Twitter, like just looking at what people saying. Like, it's a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is an easy fight for Charlo," because they know they don't want to give him his credit once he wins. Like, this ain't no just walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? It just won't happen. I'm telling you, it's not. It's not gonna happen. And if you can get Calvin Ford, man, because I really want to know if he's trying to switch his trainer, bro.
I got you, champ. I'll make that happen, man. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Thank
for
you.
real. All right. It's nothing for a Patreon. You know what I'm saying? You believe in me? Why wouldn't I?
Super chat from Sir Canis Lupus, I think is how you say that. He says, does a Charlo spectacular KO of Devry warrant a conversation or put pressure for the Triple G to fight Charlo? Does it put him closer to a Canelo fight?
Hell
Absolutely. Yeah. Without a doubt. And
Especially
that's what I'm saying.
when
They're kind of boxing.
receiving 2 offers from Canelo already. Jesus Christ. Can't believe he received 2. But I'll say this, man, to TJ's point. Well, not to his point, to debate his point, I do not agree. I think the way to ensure credit, to ensure accolades out of this win is to knock him out. No one's done that. You go in there and you have another tough fight, well, then it was just another tough fight. You got to separate yourself. How do you do that? The way the Gennady did. He was getting in there with people on his climb, and he was knocking them out. And that only helps you because the television wants you back. If he gets in there, brother, and he knocks out the guy that they're going to be showing highlights with Gennady and Jacobs in the promo and knocks him out inside 6, bro, his stock raises tremendously.
Crazy, bro. And think about it this way, too. If we're recapping 2020 at the end of the year and that man knocks out a Derevyanchenko and Canelo beat Tyranno Johnson, no hate, is just.
And who did he fight this year? Was it he fought Dennis Hogan this year? Did he fight anybody at all this year?
Nah, he hasn't fought nobody.
Damn. So it's going to be that'll guarantee him fighter of the year. Who else is going to have that level of a fight? Maybe Fury. If Fury Wilder gets made, Fury Wilder, that whoever wins that fight could also get fighter of the year. But if you Teofimo and Lomachenko.
Man, you right. One big win could get you fighter of the year this year.
Teofimo Lomachenko too. They'll be in the running.
Oh, that's right. Teofimo Lomachenko.
But that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Teofimo Lomachenko is an alleged expected fireworks, right? If Charlo, he's under the radar with this.
You're saying he's surpassing expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Exactly. No one's expecting a knockout in this because Derevyanchenko is a quote-unquote durable fighter. But, you know what I mean? Everybody's expecting Teofimo to get a knockout or Vasil to outclass him. That's like the general consensus amongst casual viewers, I guess.
And they could still get it if, like, Charlo goes out there and squeaks by a majority decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then
if he goes out there and knocks him out, that's way beyond what we thought, would happen in that fight. Well, not way beyond.
It separates because then the question becomes like, oh, wow, Jacobs didn't do it. Oh, wow, Gennady has such a tough fight with this guy. Arguably beat him, Like, wow, Charlo's so much better.
Definitely. The guy that they're...
Damn, bro. Liam Williams is wildin'.
Why?
3 minutes ago, he just signed a long-term deal with Frank Warren.
Damn. I
would have wanted to do that if Frank would have guaranteed me the Andre fight, which still hasn't been guaranteed.
Yeah.
Even in this time where Liam Williams is an affordable fighter, you not seeing Andre versus Liam Williams to defend his mandatory, on schedule. So, man, he wildin', man. Especially, dude just bugging. Like, I ain't like that he signed to Oda with Wallin's trainer. I mean, fighter, manager, or whatever. No disrespect, but like, come on, bro. Oda got one fight last year, bro. How good is that manager doing? Like, people got to assess these things, bro. Like, come on, man. Liam Williams.
Man.
Liam Williams, you fought Alantez Fox last year, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you had to make sure you getting. I hope he getting something good.
I hope he got something. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like, man, I want to see these details of the contract.
And I'm already ready to see this kid fight. He been calling out Andre
me
for
too.
some time.
Hell yeah.
But we got my Jimbe jersey. What it do?
It's good. I think this fight is good, man. I had Charlo losing the Korobov fight, so to me, he still has something to prove. So I think this is a perfect step-up fight for him. It's a real 160-pounder, not a 154-pounder. So I think it's a good fight. I mean, I think if he does get him out of there, then he definitely has something to say at the 160 division. But yeah, man, I think it's good. And Gervonta Trainer sounds thirsty. I don't know if you guys saw the video. I just jumped on, but Calvin Ford definitely sounds like, he's talking about, go get that house and let's bring your brothers up. He sounded thirsty. So I don't know, man. I definitely want to see if Tank is definitely going to change trainers. But great job, guys. Continue the good work.
I mean, I don't know. That means that if we schedule Calvin, he might not be ready to let it out. He might be still trying to hold on to some sort of optimism, Let me get to Sony, the commission. Or commissioner. What should we start calling you, Sony? You just listening?
I like the commissioner. That's good.
You need to get with Dollar DiBiase, and then he can make you an intro with a non-copyrighted beat because he makes them from scratch. But you get that Biggie Smalls. Remember that? The commission. Iceberg Slim. Remember? I think it was it's on a double LP where it's like it's like a violin at first. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what track you're talking about.
Sony don't, because he was all listening to the Woo instead of Biggie.
You goddamn right.
Tell him, Sony.
Yeah. Hey, but shit. Yeah, I was in and out on the show. I'm sorry I missed that Buddy interview. But as far as the topic on the show, Charlo, I'm glad somebody's fighting Derevyanchenko. I can't even pronounce his name, so I'm not going. Derevyanchenko. Especially after that Triple G fight, I like the fight, and I kind of feel like TJ. I hope if Charlo does fight him and he wins impressively, I hope he get his credit. Because I feel like TJ, I'm thinking they're gonna find some way to discredit him. But overall good show, and I missed the part wherever y'all was talking about boxing bars, so I don't know if that got anything pertaining to this week's show.
Well, the beauty of TBV is that you can go back on a playback. And not only do we have the playback here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where you should be subscribing to the YouTube channel and helping us reach our goal of 115,000 and then our next journey to 200,000, but you should also or can hear it on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, on theboxingvoice.com/podcast. And what is it, Podcast FM or FM Player or something like that? It's all over, really. But if you are like Sony, who is a patron, you can get it on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice with no ads at all. Where everywhere else is a bunch of ads. Not only that, you can download the MP3 so you don't use your data. You know what I mean? You can do multitasking. Like if you don't have an iPhone, you have one of these whack droids. Sometimes you can't do the multitasking, like listen to the audio and do other things, like maybe text. The downloaded free MP3 as a Patreon helps you with that, and lets you take it on the go. So you can just download multiple episodes too. You know what I mean? You got a long trip. You're gonna be on a flight. All those great things. Not only that, when you become a patron, you get to ask guys like Buddy McGirt and Cassius Chaney a question. As you can see, James Benitez and James Valdez and King Amin, they took advantage of both posts and asked questions to both fighters. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Buddy used to be a fighter, right? All right. So last up is Boston Jared. What up? Not last up. I see you, Caesar.
What's up, man? What's going on?
All good, champ. What up? Good morning.
Hey, this is a good fight, man. But I will say this is a serious step up for Jermall, man. Derevyanchenko has got a lot of amateur fights, man. He's got a lot of experience, man. He's actually been in the ring with Matt Korobov, if I remember correctly. Several years ago, he lost. I think Korobov gave Derevyanchenko his first amateur loss, man. But the one thing I will say is, stylistically speaking, man, I could see Ronnie Shields. Derevyanchenko like to play a lot on the inside. He plays a lot on the inside, and Jermall Charlo's best punch is that uppercut. And I can see Derevyanchenko trying to tick-tock and rock his way on the inside, shooting left hooks to the body, and Jermall Charlo catching him with that uppercut off the catch and shoot. I'm sitting here, I'm watching the Golovkin footage now, man. He loves to bob and weave and tick-tock and rock on the inside and shoot them hooks to the body. And Charlo's best punch is that uppercut. And the only shot that Derevyanchenko really has is playing on the inside. I mean, I think the height and reach is going to be too much for him to beat him on the outside. So I can see him stopping Derevyanchenko with an uppercut. I'm looking right now when the uppercut is there all night for Triple G, but he's so tender to his body at this point in his life. He's
We going out to Jonathan. What up? Gotta unmute because I had to mute you. You came on hot, champ. Came on messing up my man Boston Jared's call. What up?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
My apologies to Boston. That was rude of me. Sorry about that. I think the fight with Charlo is a good fight. I like it, but I do think he need to knock Buddy out. I find it funny that Rozier's back with Derevyanchenko, even though he chose Danny over him when they fought, and then Danny kicked him to the curb. What a sign of loyalty, right? But two things. I'm trying to get both.
Nah. But you painting that different. You know, he didn't leave Derevyanchenko. Like, they allegedly mutually decided Derevyan was gonna go with Gary, who he does technically train more with. You know what I mean? Remember, Gary Stark Sr.'s gym is in Staten Island. And Rozier, bro, he's all the way in Brooklyn. That is a mission apart, believe me.
Well, how convenient is their 100% training now with each other, though, right?
Well,
so,
I mean, it's different now. Now you don't have Jacob, so you have more attention. We spoke about that with Buddy, you know? Trainers leave you all the time because you don't got attention for them. Time for them.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just find it funny because his son departed with him a few fights later, and it was just like Derevyanchenko was still there to pick up the pieces. It's just ironic. It's just ironic.
You trying to send subliminal shots? His son, huh?
That's what he called him. That's what he called him.
No, I know.
And he also called him a diva. He said money changes people. These is all Rozier's words.
No, I hear you. I've seen the interviews, and I've been in front of him and heard him call him son. You know, I mean, but he's also called Demetrius Andre his nephew.
Yeah, but Demetrius Andre ain't kicked him to the curb once he got paid though. So it's a big difference. You know, blood is thicker than money.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Folks.
I mean, look, I see everyone's argument, but I don't feel that it's being painted in the true light. I don't think Daniel kicked him to the curb when he got money because Daniel been making money. Let's remember he got.
I'm just saying what Rozier said. Rozier said money changes people.
I mean,
he kicked him.
It do is huge money at that point, but I don't think.
Okay,
Rozier,
so then we can't say money don't change people. That's literally the only thing that's.
I'm not saying that it don't. I'm just saying Jacobs was justified. Like Rozier made a lot of money. Remember, Rozier's been there since the Golden Glove. So like,
I understand that.
Jacobs been had big fights. We could start as far back as a title shot on HBO back then. Versus Dimitri Prague. He
bought kids chocolate. Yeah, absolutely.
He made a lot of money, and Rozier made a lot of money from him. So,
but this is a different type of money when he fighting Canelo and Triple G.
It's not though. So if when I get to that Canelo fight, I wanna give you a lesser cut because I need to think about generational wealth, and you get upset, champ. I got to make my business decision because I got children and I got a mother and I got to leave money. Like, yo, if I ever get in a position to make $12 million, I'm thinking for the rest of my life with that check.
And you know what, Ness? I'm not knocking you, but if we got something in agreement that we've been carrying out for decades, a decade plus.
Nah, contract's meant to be broke, man. I made you rich. I'm the one taking punches. I made you rich. If I want to renegotiate today, we renegotiate because I'm the franchise.
And I hear you, but we got more than just a relationship as trainers.
Obviously, we don't. If you're trying to stay stuck on a percentage.
Obviously, and I just think that was kind of messed up.
No. That's you. Your turn to come back because you playing the role of Rozier. You saying we got a relationship. You saying I'm your son. So why you stuck on a percentage, daddy?
Because not only am I been there from day one, but just like you trying to build generational wealth, I'm trying to help the community. I'm trying to build the community. I'm giving other kids an opportunity. This shit ain't free. Excuse me. I mean,
okay, Dad. So get more percentages from other fighters. I'm only one of your fighters, so you getting hella money with me. Matter of fact, you got rich with me. You ain't gotta worry about.
And I look at Canelo. He did his trainer like that when he stepped up and made that $300 and something million contract. You think he cut his percentage?
Canelo is in a different situation. Again, Canelo been getting money.
So has Danny. You been getting money. Now we getting more money. I helped put you in that position, just like you got in the ring and put us in that position.
On that
we
level.
won. We coincide.
Not on that level, man. Not on that level. Canelo been getting crazy though for a while, man. For a while.
Okay, and you just argued that Danny been getting money for a while since his first title shot, son.
But not
and
the
in Jesus' name, we made it this far.
Not the 12 mil. Not the 12. Jesus' name. He trying to cheat, y'all. He want soften me up. Yo, no, but he got him rich. That's what I'm saying. By the time we get to the $12 million fight, you already rich. You already rich. You got multiple houses. You already rich, bruh.
And we don't know, and this is a if on both sides, but we don't know if Rozier was taking pay cuts in the beginning, though.
True.
We don't even know that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And he did it out of love because that's his son. I just think it was a little shaky that Jonathan. It seemed like soon as Jacobs really started making big time money, because we agreed he was making good money. Rozier
he made big time money in the 6-fight deal with HBO, but I feel like that hypothetical is a bit unfair because we do have data. Like he has come out and kind of like spilled the beans, and he never said like, "Oh, I've been taking pay cuts." You know what I mean? He could have
Right,
said
but
that.
he also said money changes people, which means my son start getting more money than what he normally gets.
Well,
because
bruh.
if it's been the same level of money, why would he change?
Well, bro, I'm the one that got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that was on my back. You know what I'm saying?
And I was there to pick you up off your back, literally.
Nah. You can't put that all on Rozier because that's what you see on TV. Jacob's got a wife, a son, a family.
And first of all, Jacobs don't have no wife. Don't try to throw that in there.
What
that
you
was his
mean?
girlfriend that showed up to the fight. He don't have no wife. He's single. He a single parent.
Word?
Yeah, he a single parent. You didn't see that when he did the 24/7 with Triple G, and he was taking his son to the gym and stuff. They was in an apartment or a townhouse. It's just them two.
So remember that light-skinned girl?
Yeah, that was at the fight that had the African stuff. That was just.
I don't know about the fight. You're gonna have to send me a picture. I'm talking about a long time. Dog, there's been a light-skinned girl with nice long hair. She looks like she's a light-skinned black girl. Pretty.
Well, just like Rozier, he kicked her to the curve too.
You sound like a Jacobs hater. You sound like a scorned little. Let me find out you Rozier's son or nephew.
All I'm simply saying is
tell your grandfather come on the show, man. He ducking his work, man. Rozier answered texts. I don't even text Rozier in the morning no more because Jesus, Joshua.
Man, listen,
Rozier won't answer me back till 8 o'clock.
I just found it interesting that Derevyanchenko's still there. That was my whole point. But I used up a lot of time. I just want to say this one thing before I go. Jerry Forrest, right? He's not from North Carolina, dog. He was just training here in North Carolina.
Jonathan said, I want to say one more thing before I go. You've been on an hour, you know that, and now you want to bring up Jerry Forrest.
I'm just saying because you keep saying it and it's wrong. He's not from North Carolina, dog. He's from Virginia. He grew up in Virginia and he's from Louisiana. He was just here training in North Carolina.
People don't want to claim Jerry.
They don't want to claim Jerry.
No, man, stop. I'm just saying he from Virginia. He went to high school in Virginia, all that. He was born in Louisiana. He was just here training in North Carolina. That's it. Just training. He not from North Carolina.
Yo, listen to this dude right here. And you know I never even heard of this dude, but hopefully you've been listening in the background. He said, basically Ness saying TBV take off to ESPN, DAZN, etc. Doomy and Mario out of here. Laughing out loud emojis. But Jonathan, I'm gonna let you go. So basically to answer that, right? Listen, if for whatever reason ESPN, DAZN, who else? Who else he said? Whatever, right? For whatever reason, they what if they give me the ability to, let's say, do let's say if we DAZN, I don't know, whatever job they give me, and they don't give me a show deal, right? Like if they don't give me a show deal where we are doing the podcast, why wouldn't I take the job to grow the podcast, right? Because this is a podcast. That's the beauty of podcasting. They cannot stop you from doing it. This is still business hobby kind of thing, right? Like, again, look at what Jada did. She kind of aired it all out on her podcast. That's what Table Talk is. So, like, if I could get a job on any network to grow the channel to a bigger level, make better content, right? Hypothetically, in this guy's scenario, who's obviously not a businessman, no disrespect to you though, but in your scenario, I'm in a job with DAZN, PBC, all these networks, or one of the above. Obviously, I'm gonna make better relationships. Let's just pick Top Rank. We'll finally get Todd DeBuff. I've met him millions of times, interviewed him. I don't have his number. He's the next Bob. We need that. You know what I mean? We need that. We've been getting Bob on here for 7-8 years. We need Todd DeBuff. So if I had a job with Top Rank, then I go, hey Todd, can you come on the show? Secondly, let's see. We don't got Bud. If I had a job with Top Rank, wouldn't we have more access to Bud and Bomac? We've gotten Bomac. Hey, look, he was supposed to come on last week. That didn't happen. So, like, those relationships would get better, and the show would only in terms get better. So yeah, man.
Definitely. Yo, super chat from John DeJean. He says, don't speculate when it come to Team Jacobs. We're going to work this family issue out behind closed doors. LOL.
Shout out to JD, man. I always will remember him as the guy that put a
that was JD. My bad.
I would always remember him as the guy that put $1,000 on Jacobs.
Oh man.
Was that versus Canelo or Gennady? I mean, I would have felt better if he would have done it versus Gennady, but I got a strong feeling it was when he fought Canelo.
Yeah. I don't remember. It's long ago.
Caesar in Vegas, my man. I made you wait, but hopefully you've been listening and now you know what we're talking about. A lot's taking place.
Yeah, yo.
What up?
Let me get y'all Bluetooth real fast. All right. Great show so far. I kind of had to get off because I went into a dead spot, but so far it's about Charlo and Derevyanchenko. I see that as a great fight. But one that really caught my eye, it's kind of got me pumped as soon as Buddy McGirt said that he'd be willing to put Blue Nose in there with Shakur. I feel like that's a very makeable fight, especially in a top-ranked card. One of these Tuesday, Thursday fights, man, that'd be an awesome fight to look forward to. Sounds like something that could happen, pretty soon. And but what do you? Okay, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think McGirt meant by saying, he sees something in Shakur, pretty much saying that Blue Nose could beat him?
He ain't mean shit, bro.
I think he capping.
We heard Mikey say the same thing, bro. I'm not.
That's why I said that.
I'm not falling for that shit, man. I said it on air in front of him. Like he's saying the same thing Mikey said, man. I'm not falling for that again, man. No way,
bro.
Jose.
I know.
First of all, let's be clear. I never fell for that in the first place. That's why Earl don't come on the show, because I'm not stupid enough to think Mikey was gonna beat Earl. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a lot of y'all put money on that. I never, ever in my life. I was more sure that Earl was going to beat Mikey than I was sure that Mayweather was going to beat Pacquiao. And everybody that knows me knows I was 1,000% sure of that. So, please. Mikey, I see something. Yo, I said it to Robert the other day, too. Yo, I love this show, man. I said it to Robert the other day. I was like, yeah. Remember Robert was like, bro, me and my father still ask, we still don't know what the hell Mikey saw.
Oh man,
bro, your own family can't see what you see, but I get it, man. It's all optics, man. It's an illusion to sell the fight, man. Like right now, word is born. My fighter could beat him. And now look, Shakur, he got under Shakur's skin and he reacted. And Shakur followers now are hip to Blue Nose, and we are talking about Blue Nose. And now it becomes all of a sudden an intriguing fight. But to Top Rank, they're in the back like, we just got this little low-budget fight. Yes! That's how you do it, baby. You use social media, dog. You got to stir the freaking pot. That's stirring the pot. This is a fight that came out of nowhere that now all of a sudden we are okay with. But it's a sidestep. It's a sidestep because it doesn't take Shakur any further up. It doesn't put him behind. It's a sidestep, but that's okay during COVID. I'm more than willing to see Shakur. He gonna put hands on Blue Nose, but we gonna get Blue Nose on. When should we get him on? Because,
let's get him tomorrow.
Oh shit! I hope he ain't listen. Remember, I told Chaney I knew his manager. I just got the text like, "Hey, Nestor, glad you had Cassius Chaney on." I ain't never sending him that link. Yo, let me go out to Josh in New Orleans, ringer status. What up? Cause he gonna be like, yo, why you talking about David? He gonna be like, why you talking about David McWaters and other managers to my fight? You want me to send you a stop and decease? Nah, go ahead, Josh. What up?
What's up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all?
Loving the day, man.
I'm kind of just tuning in, but yeah, so it's official. Charlo and Derevyanchenko going.
Nah, it's definitely not official. He definitely said
It's not.
he said in his quotes it's not official. He said there's still many options on the board. That's just one of the names they talking about. But according to Michael Coppinger and his sources, Lance Pugmire and both Michael Coppinger believe it is next. They believe that Derevyanchenko has already made up his mind that he's not going to fight Canelo at 168. So that's going to be the second offer he turns down from Canelo, and he's instead going to point his attention to Jermall Charlo. So obviously, he got an offer. If he agrees to it, then
Yeah.
Charlo is probably going to fight him.
Okay. Well, other than that, I just gotta say something on yesterday's topic. Mafia. Yeah, that's that 3-6 Mafia. I'm shouting out Tyson Fury because he got the Mafia all up in that. They're gonna want to fight in England. They're gonna make sure that happens. So they gotta get to that farmer, and they're gonna shut the farmer up. So it's going down. Salute to y'all. We got a show tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's some fights tonight. We got Michaela Mayer. We're definitely gonna
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
tonight Tuesday.
Yeah,
I
man.
forgot.
We
All right.
got the fighty
All right then.
fights. All right.
I'll see y'all tonight then.
I actually wanted to do an overtime, but we ended up getting two guests. Buddy McGirt went overtime. I wanted to do an overtime to finish up the Patreon untitled question. We missed like 8 people. We had a
Oh, that's right.
Yo, let me take this call on WhatsApp. Who the hell is this? Keep calling. Hello?
Yo, listen, as far as the some of the message in the chat, like, here's the thing. I think that the Shakur Blue Nose fight, if you look at it, it makes sense for the time we're in. But like, nobody would be asking for that fight if we were in regular times. It's a bubble fight. Like, we know what we're getting with those. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like the backyard fights with Eddie. Like, I start to look at those different now. When they first came out, I was a little disappointed. Now it's like, I mean, they are what they are. I'll take them, whatever. So I just, it would be different if we were in a different time.
Yo, it's got to be so hard. This is random, but it's still boxing related. It's got to be so hard to be from like Pakistan and those countries in the Middle Eastern, right? To deal with like deal with boxing glove and boxing equipment manufacturing.
Oh yeah.
Because they are like notoriously very kind of like harassing, because it's like, I don't follow you, you don't follow me. Stop sending me your whole catalog, phone number, Skype number, prices.
Yeah.
And I know it's got to be defeating. Like right now, that call that kept calling, I'm thinking it's could be an international fighter. Is some dude in Pakistan trying to sell me the gloves that he's making, that everyone must get them. If you look at boxing content, they DM you with telling you can they can make gloves or pads or belly protect, whatever the case may be. And I just felt bad after I blocked him, because it's like, damn, he's hustling, he's trying. How many cold calls? That's a cold call. That's what that's called.
Yeah,
how
that's
many
what it
cold
is.
calls does he do a day? And I
Yeah.
kind of felt bad. But I did say hello, and my man is like, he's either on a delay or doesn't speak English. I said like 3 hellos. By the time he said words back, they just weren't sounding right. I ain't got time. I'm on a live show, but I did feel bad, unfortunately. And some of these guys can be good. Like, I do know people that eventually do business with these, Pakistani companies that make, boxing equipment. Like, my coach got some custom stuff done. He says his name terrific on the pads and stuff like that. And he dealt with it. I mean, obviously the shipping takes forever. But yeah, I'm not just going to deal with some random strange person. I'd rather get some sort of recommendation. If I'm going to use a Middle Eastern company, I got to know that Mario Munguia has already received 16-ounce gloves and headgear, and he's swearing by it. Like, it's like, oh, word, all right, yo, and they cheap for real. And you in the shit, oh, well, okay. But I'm not just a call like, yo, stranger here. Just wanted to know, do you want anything boxing? Any type
Bro,
of
you're
boxing
gonna end
apparel?
up with fighting shoes with that brand, you know, that
Karate
brand?
shoes.
Yeah.
Let me go out to Info Joe, man. What up, champ?
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo, good morning, my boxing brothers.
What up, champ?
Great show, great interview. Hey, man, I got to go with Jonathan Sims, man. I think he got you on the debate, man. I agree. I agree 100% with everything he was saying, man. They've been together, man, since this dude was like 13, 14 years old, man. They should have worked that shit out, man. I do think that Jacobs is responsible for the breakup, though. I don't know the inside, but that's my opinion. Another thing, shout out to the boxing gods. I hope this fight happens with Charlo. If it does happen, I think the jab would be the key. He needs to fight long and he needs to fight tall. I think that'll be the key to him winning the fight, although I do believe that'll be a 50-50 fight, man, to date at the new weight class at 160. But I hope it happens, man. And shout out to TBV, man. Hit those thumbs up. Everybody listening. You're listening to the #1 pound for pound boxing podcast. I'm out, gentlemen.
Yo, and if you're listening to that caller, just know it ain't no show without Info Joe.
Yes, sir. We going out to Boomerang Stone Bone, courtesy of Trey in the Bay.
Oh, man. What up, what up? Shout out to Trey. Hey, all respect to Buddy, but the difference is 2 weeks after Shakur fight, he relaxing and chilling, not really just on a recovery mission. When Shakur get in the ring with a guy like Blue Nose just fought, Shakur stopped that guy. You know what I mean? It's Blue Nose, look, he probably looking at it like, man, I just got 700,000 a body shot, stop this dude. I can probably beat this dude up for a couple rounds. Plus, it ain't a elite fight, but I think it's a step up in an opponent from his last fight just to get him more active, because you want to keep getting him a tougher fight as the challenges, as COVID opened up. So if you're going to get 2-3 fights in the bubble, going to give him 800,000 and let him beat up on this guy. Blue Nose, he decent, but you see the flaws. He was getting hands put on him. He was dropping his hands. He kept getting caught with right hands. How are you going to deal with Shakur coming from a southpaw stand and the inside? Shakur is only getting better. So I don't think he on a level of Shakur. He probably about 2 levels below, and that'll be a good little payday. And like you say, sometimes fights are created. You know what I mean? Like, we've created a lot of fights on this show. Like I was telling them on the back call, nobody was talking about Benavidez versus Charlo until you asked Jose Senior, down in at the convention, and then you seen Charlo, and you was the one that made that kind of spark. So people was acting like, oh, that's a big fight out of nowhere. Like, no, we know who manifested that, so things can happen. So Shakur beat him up, easy work.
Yeah, that's my call of the year, man. That's my call of the year right there.
Yeah, that was a good ass call. I'm not gonna lie. My bad. Good call. Damn.
My Jinbe Boomerang.
I'm good, Ness.
All right. That looks like everybody. Catch us on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think I want to do another show. I see some information Mario put in the pre-pro. Looks sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like it.
We'll confirm a time, but if you haven't subscribed, that's the best thing to do right now, because then when we do go live, you will get that notification that we are live, and you won't miss this show because it's gonna be interesting. I might try to book someone so that
I'm good. I'm good if you want to just say 2 o'clock. I'm good for sure. But if you want to do it like right away, then we can talk off air. But if you want to just schedule it for 2.
I want to see what's up with a few, because it would be good to get someone from that promotional company.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
And obviously, I think I could get the second.
Yo, we giving them the teaser.
Nah, I could get the second CEO. He's a lot easier than the first one. The first one's a little fucking
Oh,
jerk
yeah.
off. But you know, the second one has been very accessible in the past, so maybe, and then that will help. I mean, I love that show though. But anyway, we'll talk about it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me see where we're at. We're over here on a super duper slow grind. Yes, Stu Boxing laughing at me like Ness says slow grind because he wants to get to 115,000, but then he turns around and says next mile marker 200,000. Sure, slow grind. Like yo, I mean, yo, you got to put it into the universe. So yeah, we're at 114,912. Jesus, this is the slowest. Like, dude, we just needed 100. I don't know how long ago. Like, can we just get 100 subs? Like, can we have a little 115,000 party? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Is it that hard to get a couple more subs here and reach that milestone? All right, man, we out. Let that sink in, man. Help your show. This is your favorite show. Help us out. Remember, numbers are power, and you know, with those numbers, we get those guests. Gotta go. Peace.
At Martin McGee on Twitter, at Martin McGee Instagram. Peace.